I tell you, crackheads come out from everywhere. Start walking that thing, some old crack fiend walk up. Ain't that right? You gotta have them, no matter where you go there. Ain't that right? Much you preach against crystal meth and all this other stuff, these psychotic drugs is always one of these people getting loose. Ain't that right? Also, somebody in the women's restroom left this on top. Left some money. How much was it? A 5 and a couple of ones. Ain't no 5 in here. How much in here? $23. Good answer. It's $13. That's what you meant. Where the 5 at? Yeah, exactly. That's it. So you bet that Baptist church, somebody got that in the name of Jesus. Ain't that right? Ain't Smith on fixed income. You can't afford to be turning that in. Listen, your ID ain't on top of that money go in my pocket. Ain't that right? That's what you call that? A blessing? Ain't that right? Shh. They forget. I found a wallet with the ID in it. And the person sitting there looking, what I call a blessing? Nah. Ain't that right? I mean, back then what we called a blessing, that white boy blessed me as syphilis. But he made me get in the front of that done water law. I was like, man, get on the front of the water law. Like, get on the front, get on. Everybody got, they say I got in the front, I was so mad. But look, that's it. What is it? I really ain't got that. I open that thing up. Had 100 something, I put that in my pocket. I just throw that thing in that water. Ride! I rolled. My mama had made me a sandwich and bought me a big bag of some corn chips. I throw that junk running good, eating that junk. Cause we at school today, they like everybody bring your lunch, bring you some chips. Here, buy that bag, man, listen. I ain't even look, I just opened the first track and shove that junk in. I'm eating that junk. I'm like, I'm banked. Ain't that right? My was banked. That white boy blessed me. I went back another time, I think I found about $40, $50. Them days over with. COVID niggas ain't losing nothing. I be looking at every ride too. I said, why haven't he come to white folks? They used to lose everything out here. They gonna get all this excited well stuff, this stuff fall out. Oh, look at that little blessing. Ain't that right? Need every edge we can get. Y'all saw Joe Biden's speech today? He's still waiting to look at it himself. He don't even know he's supposed to enjoy that speech. I said something. Yeah, earlier. Ain't that getting no better. From him talking today, one thing y'all rest assured, it ain't getting no better. Don't look for it to get no better. It's only gonna get worse. The only thing we can do is make sure we get right. And make sure Ernie throw that shirt away. Ernie, there ain't no reason to wear that shirt. Boy, cause the boys in the hood are always hard. Cause wearing that shirt, they gonna pull your card. Goodness, man. That's straight L of that shirt. What you think about when you put that shirt on? What it is?
My last time wearing it, you won't see it no
Oh,
more.
I ain't gonna be hurt if I don't see it no more. How many of y'all gonna be hurt if you don't see it no more? It'll hurt you if you don't see that shirt no more. You want to see it again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, don't scar him so bad he don't know which way to go. Just don't scar the rest of it. I mean, you got a purpose for it somewhere. And it got to be a purpose somewhere. I mean, they make stuff, they got a reason for it. We just don't know what it is. Sometimes the maker make stuff they don't know. Like Jeepers. Y'all don't remember Jeepers? Yeah, they call them Joe Laps. They had that Jeeper with the cheap. They'd be Kmart. People made them. They called Jeepers.
I think Walmart had the Creepers and Kmart had the Creepers.
No, joking. Like, they had the Jeepers, and then man, you had some Jeepers on. I remember I don't know, probably about 2nd grade. They were telling me I didn't know what they were doing. Them Jeepers. I was like, are these good? Or now I'm like, I didn't know were they good. I mean, them Jeepers. They'd be like, man, you run and slide. The bottom will come off of them. Man, it was rough. We was in elementary. Y'all bought me some of them Jeepers. I didn't know what them kids told them thing was. You ain't got to worry about it no more. Because once my mama and them get a job, I won't be wearing these no more. Yeah, them Jeepers were rough, man. You can't skippers. I remember skippers. They was called skippers. Then they came to the Vans. They would call them Vans. They were called skippers originally. I think because they used to wear, those were like boat shoes. Like for people like really on boats. Like Gilligan Island, that's what he wore them. Y'all remember Gilligan Island wore them first. So they were real, they was actually Jeep. They was called them skippers. And then everybody changed, then they came out with Van. Niggas changed up names. And like it's something new. You remember they were coming out, when I called them skippers too? Yeah, now they all like, oh, them Vans. I was like, okay. I don't know what y'all niggas be doing. There's chain name on stuff. Like them other pants that come down here, they were called gachos. Then niggas, oh, capris. I don't know what y'all talking about. These folks just make up. You remember that? They were called gacho. They would come down here. They were women. No men wore them pants. They were women pants. Then you got them, yeah, man, I got them capris on. I be like, them women pants. For real, in the 70s, them were women pants. Men didn't wear them pants. Everybody be bragging about them niggas be walking around them long, short, well, them were women pants. You remember those? You remember those? When they called, you remember, what did you call them? Christian gachos. See, okay. I mean, they were gachos though, wasn't it? Christian pants. Oh. So look, that's a real. Oh, so we call Christian pants. Okay, I can say, hold on for a minute. Now, Kels, where you in that conversation? How you know about they were called Christian pants? What year they was? That's what I'm talking about. Don't be trying to look at her. Come up with your own year. 71? Yeah, it was always in the 70s. What's the date? Yeah, exactly. He on the sushi. Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah. I'm like, where was you at during this time? Yeah, but everything changed. Everybody come along, they get this stuff some new names, and everybody think they got something new. It's the same old stuff. They just change the same, like the hustle. I told them, the bus stop, the electric slide, that's the same thing. Now the hustle was big in the 70s. They had a song, do the hustle. Yeah, the hustle was huge. Then everybody moved on. They went from that, then Double Dutch came out for a little bit, but niggas couldn't talk already. And then and all that. So you had the Double Dutch, they had the hustle, the Double Dutch. Then the nigga went to electric slide. Electric slide still here. Somebody got to come up with something quick, change the name. I'm sick of it. I don't know how folk can't do it. You're doing the same thing the whole time. You remember getting here? Like, what are you doing? It's the same thing. He ain't doing nothing different. Some of y'all, how many of y'all get busted when y'all do it? Danielle start laughing. You get busted. You know how to do it. Who in here don't know how to do it? Shamil. You know how to do it. Why Gabby looked at her like she don't believe it? What that was, Gabby? She don't know how to do it. Correctly? What about your dad? Good enough. You know how to do the electric slide? You know how I knew before I asked you? I looked at Gabby's face. Roddy, you know how to do it? Oh, good enough. I can believe that. Cause really, you ain't got rhythm though, right? No, I'm just saying some people, really, a lot of times, I'm telling you, me in America, the average so-called Negro has rhythm. But we got him, man, and got Americanized. It's hard to get folk rhythm. Well, I don't think Ivan got no rhythm. Can he dance? Ivan ain't got no rhythm. You don't know Leonard. He got rhythm. You ain't never seen him clap or nothing? Damn. He probably put on them dollars. You know, there you go, but look, do you have rhythm? No. If you listen, when a man say he don't know. No, he got no rhythm. Eric shot me. Eric, you shot me. I didn't know you had rhythm. I would have never thought you could dance. Eric, it ain't like you walk around like you like the boogaloo. That time you got what you did, I was shocked though. How many of y'all was shocked though? I would have never expected it because you just didn't look like nobody who would have some rhythm. You know, some people you can kind of watch. You say, okay, you just kind of. So you wouldn't have been expecting it. So it happened like that. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Kerry got rhythm. He's from Atlanta. Yeah, he's from Atlanta. We give him that. That come with Atlanta. At Grady, we put on their birth certificate. Yeah, he was born on beat. I thought you were born in the car. We got to get home from it. First the man said he was born in Grady, then he was born in the car, then he was born in the hospital, now he said he was born on beat. Kerry, which one is it? You were born on one? On the one? Was that the name of the bus that took you to the hospital? Because they had the number one bus, remember that? Kerry was born on the number one bus. I thought you was in the ambulance. But then you come out in the apartment, the beat is one. Did they put on your birth certificate? What month you were born in? That's the 8th. So you weren't born on the 1, you born on the 8th. So we're gonna find out where everybody born at. Hayward ain't got no rhythm. I know you got a nasty #1 attitude. Ernie ain't got no rhythm. Ernie, you worked in the music industry. I don't know how you ain't got no rhythm. From where? Ernie got rhythm. Play something. We gonna let him play something. We just see. Come on, just see. Come on. I just want that on top. Push that. Who got money? Hold on, before he start. Who in here got money on? He ain't got no rhythm. That he don't have. Where you at, Rod? Yes or no? Rhythm or not? Who else say he ain't got no rhythm? Who's thinking of? They gonna just put a little bit. Let's see what he got. What beat you want to hear? Let's just see just a little something. Oh my goodness, that's serious. You know anything about this? He said no. Oh my goodness. No, let's see. I come on, let's give him a little bit. He said no, man. You know. All right, people. You got money on. Yeah, you at the last minute. You waited. What you say? He got. He down. I don't remember. I married a lot of folks. Remember? Goodness, what was that?
Which is pure going straight, just passing through. When my journey, hoping one room to get to. A beautiful Nakuna we have never seen. A city where the maker is Elohim. Mission with a true part, the nigga dream. So when I feel with Yahusha, it's the more I be. The see Yahuwah, who will let me gain trust. Which will call Allah, he will dwell among us. Pleasure. To a down, we'll do the all of the whole shine. Top the clock, when they say this is our time. Always thinking about the wishing of what's our mind. Now you're back on the
I done showed out up here. I didn't know you had all that going on. How many of y'all earning that shocked y'all, ain't it? Once he caught the beat on time, you know, right? I said, there you go. That's all right. You had to catch that beat. Once that beat caught up with you. You knew that, Rashida? You knew he knew how to do that? She going to the bathroom. I don't know what that means. When your wife says, I got to take a dump. I don't know what happened. What that mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? No, that's all right, though, Ern. That was all right. Ain't that right? That was terrible. That was terrible. You know him. Chris, hold on, Chris. What was wrong with what he did?
He was all off beat.
Start at first. First he had to get the beat going. He had to stat it. But once he caught on there, once him and the beat caught up together, yeah, I mean, for Ern, I was really shocked. Right, yeah, he shot me. I'm like, yeah, that was all right, though. He really come on in there and throw that little extra in there and kicked his foot. All right, man, he did a lot of extra stuff in there, right? That's all right, though. Chris, what you would have did different?
Don't let him talk about it.
Yeah, let's see, Chris. Let's get a, yeah, that's it, yeah. Let's tell him, yeah. Karen said you're going to be a tad off because you ain't got no rhythm. Just a tad, he going to be on. Now, Ray got rhythm. I know Ray got rhythm. He be wanting to flip too much, though. Ray will start, he be going good. That day he want to jump in the air and flip and stuff like that. Danny, you got rhythm, ain't it? There you go. Who the better dancer? You or Sandy? Sandy, why you going to leave us in limbo like that? Like, who the better dancer, you or your husband? I'm asking you now, who the better dancer? You or Sandy? I mean, you or your Danny? Oh, he the better dancer. That's how he woo you at the mall. He was dancing with that tuxedo on. You didn't know he could dance. She just knew he knew how to wear a tuxedo. Shane, you got to get your tuxedo so you can get your wife at the mall. Well, we'll get them moving on now. But everybody all right? Two to be alive. Isn't that right? There's a lot of places you can be good, and then most are having a mind to think on Yahuwah. That's something I check. As soon as I get up, when I get up to go pee, whatever come up, I wake up, I always make sure my mind on him. I try to talk with him, meditate on him, and think on him, because you can't take these things lightly. Every day we're alive. The book said, we which are alive are always delivered unto moot. So one thing you always consider is making sure you're where you need to be, not taking things for granted. I know for our young people, you know, you're in your youth and it seems like you'll be there forever. I assure you, you won't. You'll be out of your youth, and before you know it, you'll be sitting up gray and bald-headed and fat and pugly and bent all out of shape and throw it out. You'll look back at them elementary pictures. That ain't you no more. You been ate that person up. Your high school, man. I'm telling man, you look back at some of them pictures, I say, I ate this nigga up a long time ago. This nigga, he'll never be bad. That's just life. So you learn to appreciate, you know, what you had, the time that he granted unto you. And like I said, most all, you know, I appreciate having a mind that want to live right. You know, ain't something somebody had to force me into. Ain't that nobody got to beat me into or try to negotiate me into. I'm set on, I got to be right when the man get back here. And I appreciate him for being patient with me, not cutting me off a long time ago. Without a doubt, I'm was deserving of being cut off a long time ago. But for whatever reason he saw fit or sees fit, you know, he has spared, you know, my Kai as well as yours to give us that opportunity to consider. You know, you play a dangerous game, you live in, and you don't have a relationship with them. That's a dangerous game. I don't ever want to play that game no more. I played a lot of games. You know, some people play Russian roulette. You living your life, you ain't got Yahuwah. You might well play Russian roulette, it's safer. And I'm talking about with bullets in every chamber. You know, I'm just saying you safer. It's a dangerous game to live and not have that man in your life. Because this man here had the power, I don't care how settled, how together you got it. That man unravel your life before your eyes and you can't put it back together. They talk about Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and had a great fall and all the king horses and all the king men couldn't put him back together again. That man leave you on the wall and had you broken. You never even fell off of it. And nobody can help you. I appreciate what he does, what he's doing, and just for keeping me and for keeping us thus far, you know. And my goal is for us to make it in. My goal is for everybody to make it in, you know. You just got to be mindset on that's something you want to do as well. Don't let it just be all on what preacher wants to make. No, it's got to be something you got to want to do too. It's one of them things. I give you the information, and I'll you know help you through and try to guide you through. But you got to be willing to put in the effort yourself, because it's for you too. It's for you. He wouldn't have it no other way. Because think about it, if it was possible, somebody could just do it for you. Wouldn't be no need. It wouldn't be no persuasion to get nobody to do it. I said, well, she could do it for me. I don't want to do it. But he put it where everybody got to do it for themselves. Nobody can get in off of nobody else. Everybody got to get in for themselves. Don't matter if you're husband or wife. Don't matter if you're father, son, or daughter and mother. Don't matter if you're aunties or grandmamas or cousins or friends. Everybody got to get in for themselves. This is where they call where the rubber hits the road right here. This will separate us right here. A lot of relationships, mother and wife, mothers and daughters, husband and wife, sons and fathers, grandparents, friends. A lot of us, this is where we all separate right here. When they come down, when the rubber hits the road on what we're going to do, and there's fire in the fire, we got to separate. You can try to hold on to them as long as you want to. The word won't let it. You can't hang on for so long. People keep going and keep trying to persuade and keep trying to wait on people, trying to get them to change. After a while, that man just put enough on you, realize, I got to get it for myself. This ain't something I can make you do. You got to want it for yourself. I tell anybody, I ain't pushing nobody to do. I got 2 daughters out there. Everybody got to make their own choice. I ain't giving up mine for them. Grandkids and nobody else. It's just enough for me. Everybody got to have that same mind. You do what you do to raise them and rear them and teach them and show them and be an example. After that, everybody got to choose for yourself. It's unfortunate now. Some gonna take the wrong path. Some gonna take what they think is the easy road. It's easy for now until you get to the mosh pot. When you get to the mosh pot, that's when you gotta give account for everything you done in the body. So that's why it's to our benefit to get it right now. Right now, the persuasion time. When I come along and start talking to you, coming through the book, or even talking to you now, I'm trying to persuade you. I know what the man come back here to do. You'll be a fool to be otherwise. Like the people at the funeral, they were mad at me and folk walk out, but in the end, when they get to the my pot, they'll regret they didn't listen, because for their own soul, they wouldn't have done me no, anybody change and get right. You ain't doing me no favor. All you doing that business is save your own life. You don't need nobody lying for you at no funeral. You don't need nobody sitting around. People do it and say all kind of stuff and play videos and do all kind of stuff and sing songs and tributes and all that stuff. A lot of them folk they sit down, they know they wasting their time. They'll just tell the people the truth. See, this the thing about it, you know. Yahusha and Shamshun did their greater work in their moot than they did in their living. Nobody's saved from his living. You're saved from his moot. Same thing with Shamshun. Shamshun delivered the people in his moot. He didn't deliver those people while he was yet alive. Those people were still in their captivity. See, people don't realize how things work and how things come together. Poor people, because it'd be one person, Yahuwah might want to just touch their law, convict them, and realize you need to make a change. There'd be other people listen, people hear what they want to hear. People don't want to do right. You tell the only people get mad at me, ain't nobody get mad at me, ain't offended because they're the person that hit or somebody they love got hit. If nobody got hit, whether it's them or somebody they deal to, they ain't got no reason to get offended. But the word come to make an offense. That's just been the word gonna offend everybody. That's what Yahusha told him. Told him, except they eat my flesh and drink my dung. He said, you ain't got no Kai. And he asked, does this also offend you? Then I know everything I said seemed to bother. I guess this offend you too. But he let the people know, there's no way you're gonna make it. And people gotta hear it. For me, I'm one of the people, I just like it plain. I like it plain. I don't need all that stuff dressed up on it. Come down the middle and let me decide myself what I'm gonna do. You can get pissed and mad all you want to. At the end of the day, you just think for yourself. Everybody you know been lying to you. I told they've been lying to you your whole life. All you been people don't lie. You know what they say? It's for your own good. They ain't tell you about your uncle who's a child molester. You find out when you get him, you say, why you ain't tell me? For your own good. All you hear your whole life, what folks tell sometimes? I ain't tell you about this, about your dad. Why ain't tell me this? It's for your own good. Everything for your own good. And then what? If that's the case, then Yahuwah gotta be wrong. Cause the lie for your own good. All he done told her what the truth. So you gotta start deciding who been the person that's been better for your welfare. Your parent, the people who you quote unquote love and tell they love you, will tell you a lie, or Yahuwah. He ain't told you nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. That's what convicted me hearing the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's what got me. I was pissed when I heard it too. I guarantee when I looked at it and I found out that 1 Corinthians 16:6-9 said what it said, I guaranteed I wasn't pissed no more with him. I was pissed with who didn't tell me. When I go back to church, I just look at my pastor, just look and try to figure out why that man ain't never said this. Well, I'd have changed or not. That rocked my whole world. I said, I never knew that was in the Bible. I never knew. We had Saturday morning Bible study, I was there. We had Wednesday night prayer meeting, I was there. You know, I was there for Sunday, I was for the 8 o'clock service, then I stay for the 11 too sometimes, and then come back at night. And I'm looking around all that time like, we never read it. I never heard it before. That made a big difference for me. I had convictions about things being wrong, but I didn't know it was in the book. That made a difference for me. From that point on, I started watching. He knew I was different too, because I was watching. Because nobody never told me that. That man told me if somebody was doing something, you need to go home before the sun come up. You don't need to be shacking. And them folks in there start saying, hey man, that's right. That's it, that's that. You know, they went on. They were like, yeah, he's shacking up wrong. He never would say funny, he just said shacking up. And them folks show because they're like, hey man, that's right, shacking up wrong. He ain't telling them, y'all have fun and you're wrong. That's a sin. Never told us. That's what people do. They say just enough. They say just enough, look like they stand for something, but they ain't standing for nothing.
That's right. That's right.
That's how they pack. How you think they get all these people? Pack them out, and they ain't convict them.
That's right. That's right.
Society ain't convicting these people. That's why the people ain't getting no better. The failure of everybody, the church is the biggest failure we got. The church is why you got these crooked politicians. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. All these people worship somewhere. You can't open Congress. You can't open the Senate till you bring a preacher now. And he pray for these people. And that's how they open it up. See, religion play a major part. All these folks, listen, they want to dress the Catholic Church on criminal charges. The whole Catholic Church should be arrested. It shouldn't be allowed to be existent. They ain't did more damage than no Muslim, no Islamic people. Go look at how many people they killed on September 11th, quote unquote. What they got, 2,700, 3,000? Go find out how many the Catholic Church kill every Sunday.
Right.
Shoot, man, you better go head on with that foolishness. These folks never tell a lie. You send these people look how many kids get molested in these churches. Look how many little girls get messed up from the school. Look how the Catholic Church was behind some of the biggest massacres from the so-called Indians. From Canada all the way across to America. The Mexican, you watch a lot of them in the South American country. Most of them in African country, they send their kids to Catholic churches. To the Catholic church. They all send their kids to Catholic school. They don't have no private school that's not connected to Catholicism. They destroying us. We told you my people destroyed from lack of knowledge. Nobody talk about it. Supreme Court ain't gonna rule on it. Nobody gonna tell who you think put all these people in session. These people behind everything, they control everything. The Roman Catholic Church, Rome ain't went nowhere. It's just like they told us, a Trojan horse, they steal him. They control your football. They control everything you got. They control your legal system. That's Latin on the front of that judge's stand. All those depiction of that stuff out there, those are Latin Roman people. These people make a fool out. Our people so stupid it don't make no sense. How you gonna try me on a Latin court and I'm supposed to be American? That don't even make no sense. When they brought Shaul up and they brought accusation, he tried to tell them, he said, I'm a Roman citizen. He said, you got to take me to Rome to trial me. Why I'm getting tried in America in a Roman court system? Because our poor people, the brain our people, they so smart, they dumb them down. Colleges and universities, they made more dummies than anybody. Our people go here, they too dumb to realize it. Look what you pledge. Why don't you go pledge American? Everything you pledge is going back to Greek. The Greeks and the Romans control everything here. They try to make you think everything from the religion to the legal system to your mathematics to your vocabulary. These people control everything you got. You know, the so-called Negro, listen, you don't have a part. You really don't have a part here. And the sad part is they're so busy trying to show how astute they are in the English language, which is not your language, which is not your custom nor your culture, and you're going to lose every time. You don't know nothing about it, you lose your identity. Ain't no white man gonna let me teach him Ebonics. Ain't no white man gonna sound let me teach him how to rap and how to stump his feet. He ain't gonna let me teach him how to corn roll his hair. He gonna tell you that's not my culture. He gonna tell you that's obscene, that's retarded. You the only niggas I know, you learn how to straighten your hair to look white. Everything they teach is a white culture. Everything you got, and you have you don't even know you've been insulted. Why you think he'll teach it to you? Because he don't feel like your stuff is legitimate. He ain't gonna pull no Mexican here. Matter of fact, when he brings Spanish here, he gonna make sure he gonna teach me how to speak Spanish in school, elementary. My poor grandkid, I don't know, they might can count to 20, should be able to. I guarantee they can do it in Spanish. Hola, una, sota, tote. I mean, that's all these little kids, they're starting a program. Why you gotta learn how to speak Latin? Spanish, well, Spanish, Latin, same thing. And you supposed to be in America. Years ago, white folks used to complain about that. They said, that's America. You can't speak English, you shouldn't be here. Now you go to school, your kid got to learn Spanish. Your kid can, hola. That's all they make a fool out of you. And let me say this. I'm not angry with the people that speak the language. I'm angry with the people that want it. Why when they teach you in an all-black school how to speak African? Why wouldn't, just think about it. Long as we've been in school, when had this ever been a requirement in elementary, high school? When has it ever been an elective to learn how to speak an African language? These people nobody caters to you. You gotta go to college, you might be able to find out, I doubt it. You gotta go one of the HBCU with no grass, bricks missing out the side of it. I'm telling you, you gotta go to one of the lowest common denominator they got, or they ain't gonna teach you nothing. Let me tell you something, if you're gonna get into our truth, you had to go one of them under budget HBCUs. I know where you're gonna get it at. You ain't gonna get it from none of them that got no money. None of them, none of these folks, they're not gonna teach you. They gotta go somewhere, head back in the bush here, because they're gonna shut them down. HBCU was started by your oppressors. How many of y'all didn't know that? Please stop it. Stop. Ain't no niggas starting no HBCU. White men started that stuff. Philanthropy with money. These folk came in, the Rothschilds, all these people started those schools. They were set up for kids that were interracial. They didn't want an all-black school. They set up these little schools, your Spelman College, your Agnes Scott. All these schools were set up by white people. Niggas ain't started nothing. The only thing a nigga started doing was making a mess. I just get angry because nobody never told us the truth. Then we do this. All things is hate speech. There ain't no hate speech. I'm telling you the truth. And that ought to inspire you to set your kids down. Then this is the thing I look at right here. Let's go with the we can all agree that when you go to school, they're going to enforce English and Spanish. Am I correct? School teacher. Will they let you teach on your own? Can you teach African language?
No, sir.
It's not offered. They don't want it, and the school board ain't me. It could be an all-black school. They not. So why don't we teach in our homes? See, now this is what we do. Now blame the school system for what's wrong. Then come back and look at, well, won't you do something different? Why do we have to wait on them to educate them? Does the school teach your kid how to urinate? So who does that? Wow, so there's some stuff you can do on your own. See, this is the problem with us. Let's complain, then let's come up with alternative. Anything we don't like, all we gotta do is do it ourselves. That's the difference. No, let's not put everything on. Let's take some responsibility. Why don't we teach our kids a language that's native to our culture? Wow, it's tight. Then that's something else that pushes us out and outside the mainstream, because now you look at, you can't use it out there. We do business among us mostly. So we need to learn how to communicate among us. We need to learn how to start setting businesses up so we can start doing business with one another. With all of the different things we do, it's not hard to put people as entrepreneurs in no business and say, how about we just start buying it from you? How about you do this and we just start servicing, we just start letting you do our service on there. See, this is the problem with the Negro. He wants everything from the white man. I'm telling the Negro to stand, the so-called Negro, because that's what he said, is so-called. You're not a Negro, you're not a color. You're a human being with identity, okay? So I got to use so-called with it. He has to stand up and start taking responsibility. Don't worry about it, it's tight. That's why people don't like me. Cause I put too much responsibility on people. I put too much pressure on people. All I'm trying to do is make you be you. Learn how to identify with you. Learn how to be you in any situation. Only way you're gonna feel good about yourself, you gotta do something. You can tell yourself, you just feel good about yourself just for doing it. That's gonna be like real stupid. You need to achieve something. I'm trying to get you to achieve knowing your identity. Start taking pride in yourself and the things that are about you, your culture. You need to know your culture. I didn't know my culture. We know the truth of our origination. Our origination, for what we're told here, starts in America. What we say, we have a conversation. Chris, where you born at? Detroit, Michigan. Tell me where your folks from. Mississippi. That's it right now. That's me and Chris conversation. My family from Georgia. So we are to believe that both of our families originated right here in Mississippi and Georgia. That's pretty much from the conversation, because that's as far as we can go. Now, first we got to blame the oppressor, because that's as much information he gave us. Now, since we've been educated and we know better, it's our job to do our due diligence to look further into the matter. Or what we can do is spend another 100 years talking about how the white man got all our history, how I don't know where my people from, but I got the internet, I can go look at where the strip bars at, near the liquor store. I can look at where to find parts at on eBay. Ain't that right? Or Facebook Marketplace. Won't I take the time out to try to do some research on myself? White man put the tool right there in your face and we're still too dumb to use it. It's not hard. At least look up the different, look at the different ethnic groups that came over from the slave trade. Okay? We know all of us didn't come over the slave trade, but you can get an idea from those that brought, and then you can start to look at the different languages, learn about the cultures of them. You start to educate your kids so they know a little more. See, white people history don't just start. Justin, well, he gone now. If I ask Justin, I know. Justin, where were you born at? Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio, 1929. So he was born in Toledo, Ohio, 1929. Where your parents and stuff from?
My mom's side is supposed to be from Scotland.
Before Scotland, though, where were they from? Your mother and father?
Oh, they're born from Toledo.
Toledo. And their mother and father? Toledo. And then after that, rating back from there.
I think my great-grandparents were in Toledo too. I think the grandparents before that. Everyone was Toledo except until we crossed over.
So when they crossed, you know they. But you remember but you know where they crossed over from?
Yeah, from Poland and Scotland.
From Poland and
My
Scotland.
dad's side was from Germany.
From Germany. Can you speak any German? Speaking the Deutsch? Sein. Sein, Zwein, Drein. Volkstakavoka. Those are days of the weeks that he's yelling out at y'all. Am I correct?
You want to learn, preachers?
Yeah. The man is yelling days of the week. The man is yelling days of the week at us. But just saying, but think about this now, in saying that in humor, it was humor as well, I appreciate it. The fact that what he said, where his family originated, he still knew some of the language though. Now we're saying we originated from Africa. What do we know? And then what are the images in our mind? What institution, universities, entrepreneurship, ownership, infrastructure, big old era, dirt roads, spears, no machine gun. What kind? Gold. I like that one. They think from Africa, he got a better imagination we got, ain't it? But you see what I'm saying? We don't, and then see the imagery is what hurt us. So there's nothing to make you want to attach yourself back. Think of dirt roads, animals, snake getting, snake bite, mosquitoes, malaria, flies, no water, starvation. Who wants to attach to this? And where did you get the images from? Africa? No, somebody. Let's be honest. Let's be honest now. We did get some from television, the same television that tell us the other lies. You see, they manipulate us through communication. They manipulate us through it. The computer, although you can do this search, TV does enough damage. Certain things you don't even think in your mind to look for. How many of y'all know use a computer? How many of y'all gone into Truth About Africa, learning my origination, where I originate, the different tribes that came over and what those tribes actually contributed? There's nothing. See, one thing, there has to be an unction, which is like a drive or an anointing that kind of makes you reach for and get. And he's done such a good job in manipulating us through vision. Because all the vision you have about Africa is what he gave you. Why would you be thinking about clean hotels and water and fresh food? What, Africa? All I see is animals, tigers, lions, killing. Well, not tigers in Africa, just people talking. But lions and different things, they'll say eating, killing people, and destruction, and fires burning up, and big rocky mountains and drought. So there's nothing to attach you to or make you even desire to want to know. Everything you desire want to know is right here. And let's go with everything you desire and you know right here. How wealthy are you here? With everything you've learned here in America, with all the information and degrees you've achieved here, what's your wealth status? Wow. Definitely don't want to think about broke down Africa, huh? Because you're doing so well here. You're so wealthy here, economically empowered. See, they erased a mindset, they erased a memory, they erased a vision to give you a vision, and what you do see and what you believe and hope in here, you hadn't even achieved that. And it's always going to be that impossibility for you to achieve anything here until you first identify with who you are and where you come from. You don't have an identity. When you're in a room full of white people, Asian people, what quote unquote they call Asian, people that, with the look that they would call Asian. We didn't know we were Asians. First thing somebody say, Asian guy, I'm looking around, what you looking for? They say, hey, there go some Asian people. Most people not looking for Middle Eastern. What they looking for? And that's not them. Asian is not, denoted to just them, but this is what they told us. So the lies, the propaganda they gave us have put us so far off from the truth to why even look for it? He's given us such an appetite to where I ain't got time. I've been with me, I ain't got time. Everything ain't got time but to keep struggling here, to keep not progressing here. You got time to do that, but you don't have time to try to source real information about who you are, where you originated from, so that gives you your drive for where you're going. That makes a difference. That makes a difference. You need to know your family history. You need to know about people in your family and things they've done. Because the way they'll tell it, like a lot of us now, a lot of y'all, how many of y'all are first college graduates from your family? How many of y'all are first high school graduates from your family? So everybody in your family had already graduated high school, mom, father, grandparents. Okay, congratulations. Whoop-de-doo. So, but typically, that's not, those were achievements typically they pressed on. Mother and father didn't graduate, they pushed you to graduate. So you'd be the first, then they started pushing toward the college. High school, then they started pushing toward college. College became a drive. College is a major drive now to put kids in. And now we losing our kids because of the debt. They're not really teaching them how to progress when they leave college. They're just teaching them how to take on debt. Because basically you need to come back in and get, some certs because your breath stink, or you got to try to update your education, try to move or get another degree to make you competitive. And by the time you start looking at your debt load, you might come out and make $60,000, $70,000 a year, but what's your college debt load? Not to mention what I need with this debt. Does that college degree give me a house? I got to buy a house. And then I'm going to look at a house pretty much probably equivalent to my degree. Know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, if I paid $60,000 or $80,000 for my degree, surely I should be living at least a $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 house. You see what I'm saying? So you put my house, so I should be driving a car, what? A buy here, pay here? I'm gonna need a new car, probably a Benz or a Mercedes. So let's do my debt for the Benz or the Mercedes, or the Audi, whatever fancy car people like, right? And then I got to do the house, from the $300,000 to the $500,000 house, and I got to do my college student debt loan. You see what I'm saying? Then they say, man, that's you make enough money to pay your college debt loan. I mean, I got to live too, and now I'm taking on a family. So now I'm living this mirage. You know what I'm saying? Living a mirage. Because I got this overpriced house, I got this overpriced car to try to have a look to go with this overrated degree that I'll never be able to pay off. Because it'll constantly keep growing the more I keep deferring. And they want me to, listen, y'all know that the first trick is deferment off the rip. I got to get that deferment. I thought I'd been working right now. I know, y'all probably never said that. As soon as I get it, I'm just going to go and pay mine off. What I'm going to do, I'm just concentrate on that thing and just pay. How many of y'all had that dream? That's what make you, and what you do, defer it again. And before you mess around, you don't move from your $40, $100 to $400, $500. Now, how many people can afford a $500 payment on top of the Mercedes, the house, the bill, or any car at this point? On top of other debts, insurance you got to pay for. Not just insurance, your health insurance, your life insurance. We got all these other, and then just other things in life, grocery, lights, gas, other things. You got kids, clothes. So now I got to defer again till they finally say, deferment over. And this is what you owe now. You're like, I had 25. How did I get this 60? You deferred. We put interest on it. You've been late. You got all this. So a lot of this is set up to crumble us. So these are things that we have to really educate our people on how to successfully go to college. Successfully. I'm telling you, a lot of these kids don't want to go. How many of my kids don't want to go to college? We'll talk. You who will keep me around, we'll talk about it. I'm going to shoot it dead in the foot. I ain't talking, my friend going. You ain't going. Not going to college because your friend going. We're not doing it. This ain't no buddy system. If you're not, let me tell you something. If you don't go for the right thing with the right problem, typically, if y'all gonna let these kids go to college, if they're not going, I'm just being honest, doctor, lawyer, something that you can come out and get with a firm, get with someone that can pay it off, and you can walk into, you know what I'm saying, making money to be able to pay and see your way through this and be able to live. Because what we looked at was just getting into a career, but does the career pay for a lifestyle? And it might pay you, but what about when you add a family onto it? What if you get a family like Danny? It's not important. Y'all didn't plan on, 9 kids, did it? But think about now when you went to college. Mom just, and saying that, but this I'm saying it not being funny, but just saying when you make decisions, you can think, get married, we have a kid, have a couple of kids. What if your couple, you know what I'm saying? You weren't planning on having no twins back to back. That just changes the whole game of college when I get out. And this plan I got, I'm just going to attack my student loan debt. See, when white people do it, the difference is with them, when they go to college, they'll say, I'm getting married. They'll say early, I'm going to get married at 25 and I'm looking to have a kid by 33. They'll plan. Because they look at, I have a plan going in. I don't care about no love. I'm looking at money. I'm looking at debt. I'll get married at 26, 28. By then, I'll be into my career. When I get married, we're not going straight to have no kids. We won't have kids for another 4 or 5 years because we want to get something set up for the kid and we want to establish some things for ourselves. So when the kid comes, it's no longer a debt for us. Soon we get a kid on top of that, you don't really get the enjoyment of the kid. It's the struggle. I got her to get you on daycare, get back to work. Daycare whooping my behind diaper. So I'm basically raising you with more regret than I am the nurturing that the child needs. The so-called Negro child does not get the nurturing. White people do, they already plan. You won't work for the first 4 or 5 years. Because you'll stay with the kids to make sure they're taken care of, make sure they're nurtured, to make sure they're reared properly. I'll go and work. We have money saved. We start trying to save money. You can't save. We save from their paycheck to the net paycheck. White people have already accumulated, put up, they've already got started with a Gerber account for college, got some life insurance on top of, we always behind. So now the struggle just continues and it breaks you. Then you come to a religion for relief. When you look at, it's so much piss poor planning from the origination of when you started to religion. You're in such a bind, you're looking to come there in one prayer, pull me out. From my bad decision of jumping too fast, my bad decision of too much college debt and other debts I got. Now I come to church and I'm just waiting the man to speak a word to me. Just speak the word. Dummy. Because nobody educated us on how to do this. Y'all don't realize why so many things fall, why your mind is scrambling and wondering, you all over the place. Nobody really taught us. They pushed us. Go to school, get an education. You need to go to college. You need to go to, they pushing the place. You've been going, then you get out here, you realize, now I'm out here. I did everything you told me. Now what? Now what? Nobody sat us down and taught us a woman needs to learn. I'm not against women having careers and getting it, but the first thing she needs to learn how to do is be a homemaker. If you can't do that, you're a failure. You're a failure. I'm going to pay somebody to come in. You're a failure. You're a failure. First thing, a man needs to be taught how to be a father, how to be a man. He does need to be taught. He needs to learn. Otherwise, you're a failure. He needs to learn how to be a man. And nobody teaches us that. They'll teach us how to read. They teach us how to write. They teach us how to add. They'll teach us how to play sport. They'll teach us how to run track. They'll teach us how to play baseball. They got a T-ball coach. They'll teach us boxing. They'll teach us how to do all this stuff. Get on your bill. Get them out here and survive. This is your family. What are you doing in this crisis?
Right. Right.
Take the gun and kill everybody in the house and then kill myself. What am I supposed to do if nobody? You know what I'm saying? Now the news story, the day in the news, man kills whole family, kill himself. Why you think he killed himself? Pressure. I got here, nobody trained me. They said, that's stupid. The man been to college. He been to, ain't nobody that's stupid. I ain't kill myself. And all we saying is, why not? What's holding you back? We gotta do crisis management with our people. Because the so-called Negro is constantly in a crisis. If he doesn't know how to deal with it, he's going to explode. He's going to kill himself. The woman's going to kill herself. Depression, listen, it's astronomical. We can't take but so much. Why y'all think our health is such an issue? Because you keep trying to just muster it, just carry it, just keep carrying it, and we don't know how to release. We don't know how to walk away from things. We don't learn how to start setting things up ourselves where things become more beneficial. A lot of times we don't do stuff to be beneficial. We just do stuff. And we got to stop doing that. Because it's hurtful. We really got to teach our kids life skills. They got to start learning early. So they can start playing. They need cooking toys. They learn how to clean. They ain't need to be waiting they get 15 and 18 learn how to clean. No, that's way too late. By then you're a big musty heifer. You need to learn how to cook, clean down here. Then we need to start getting the easy bake oven. Then you need to start moving to the stove. They need to know how to come on here. Need to start how to stir. It's stuff you need. I'm telling you, stuff you need. Come on here, get it, but let them start stirring. Stir it. How long? Stir it. You need to just stir it. I ain't talking about nothing hot, no pot. Don't put them on no stove, no box, nothing. Hurt yourself. First of all, start teaching how to mix. And I have start teaching how to mix, how to stir, how to get your lumps out. Just start teaching them stuff these are skills they'll need. Even you become a woman. That stuff. Oh, go ahead. All that hold your ankle. Gonna play out now when you can't cook. You don't look between your legs, that ain't gonna be somewhere at the table eating with somebody else. No, I'm just gonna sex him up. Yeah, he gonna leave. That stomach go to the ground, ain't but so much sex you can get. That stomach is your boss. We gotta start teaching them how to run a home, how to manage a home. She need to learn how to walk through it. I'm telling you, even these little, let me tell you something to do. These are life skills. Teach them to go through here, let's look through what we got. So you go, some stuff, you can write a list you need to. You need to know your house. It'd be right here. I know if I go to the store, I know what I need to get. Right here, I know what I need to get when I go to the store. I know what I got, I know what I'm running low on. These are things that, I'm telling you, the so-called Negro family is torn up. But this is stuff we don't know. You don't just go to the store just buying nothing. You hooker. You get in here, you learn how first for that bug get loaded, it get loaded with necessity. Then the first, get what you need. What I know doing, tater chip cookie aisle? Get your stupid self from over there. Man, we ain't never went no fooling like that. We coming in there, but you come around them vegetables. Let's go through them vegetables. Let's go around here and get that meat, get this stuff. Then here we gotta get you some cereal. I'm finna run here, nigga, get you no cereal, nigga. I gotta get grocery. How much tissue you got to wipe your booty with? That is deodorant, toothpaste, TD40 going to, I be good, I just stretch it. You don't be stretching no toothpaste. Don't put no water in no toothpaste. Isn't that right? That's stuff you got to teach them that our kids don't know. Our adults don't know. Especially kids be musty. Y'all got these kids, listen. By 8, they need deodorant. I don't know what y'all be thinking. They'll let these kids, the teenagers too, y'all be letting these kids go. No, y'all need deodorant on. Let me tell you something. 8, 9, 10, you know, especially a girl hormone, you got to start putting deodorant on them. That musty. If they hear musty, and that cat, meow! Meow! That cat screaming. I know. This ain't going to be musty and that cat ain't screaming. This stuff you got to teach them how to wash, how to clean themselves. And they have to put a little baking soda in your drawer. They're funny, but I help them out. They laugh. Am I way out there? They can't put no little baking soda in their drawer. Powder, they're baking soda too. Baking soda, powder, that powder be careful, that powder getting down, they'll get that perfume powder. You don't want to put no perfume in there. Little soda ain't gonna hurt you. Get in there and shake it around in your drawer so it'll move out. I'm telling you, I ain't fall. I'm telling you that, put a little powder in them drawers. I ain't heard nothing. Put a little powder. Just put a little powder and shake it. Don't go stack that powder like you finna batter no chicken. Like you finna fry no fish. No. Remember I got an accident out of Mad Dog. It had a color on the wall. And that right there, it's foaming at the mouth. No, you want to just put a little powder in there. This help y'all out. You put a little powder in there. And you draw, help you out. Little stuff like that. You can get you some of that baby powder. Go up on them tatters. Put your little bottom on. All right, and they go and they lay like that. Anything lay over like that can stink. Boom, 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 boom. All right, do that. Run in place and see if you get mustard. And them titties, if they lay down, they touch. And they get more, and they slide, they be sliding. Huh? What that is? They can make, I'm telling you, they can make a sweat. If they make a sweat, they can make a smell. I know it's funny. But I said to him way down, what people listen here. I'm telling you, I'm a proponent for helping folk. It's stuff folk mother ain't teaching. It's stuff people don't know. Even with me, my dad didn't teach me about taking no bath, no every night stuff. Them folk don't tell you folks something you know. It's stuff you got to get here, you got to learn. You got to wash your behind every day. Now, why my mom put that get you, I'm just being honest, man, he ain't waiting no time. They could tell me, Tony, you supposed to take a bath right there. That's just not what he told me. That's just be honest. Old folk, they came from a different style of how they did stuff. It's stuff you got to teach a man, stuff you got to teach. We ain't going to do no better than somebody tell us. You know what the problem is? Everybody keep assuming we know it. We don't know. Nobody ain't tell us. So you don't know, because people say things, so, well, they know when they stink. Now, before they smell themselves so long stinking, they think they smell good. They've been stinking so long, they're like, that's how people supposed to smell. Now, I tell you, breath, all that kind of stuff, I have gone, people, I keep going. I don't do that bad breath. I try to be on that breath. I'll be going out there and laughing. It coming right from him. All bad breath come from him. It's a strain. And you your tongue pull the string and unloose it. And that thing shoots straight out the mouth. It don't kill them, literally. So it's stuff we have to educate ourselves about, educate our kids about. Society ain't the same place it used to be. Teach them how to clean a toilet. They just wipe the top of the seat on, lift the bottom up. Like somebody took a chocolate pistol and just lit that thing up. You gotta lift that seat up, wash that. And the men, I'm telling y'all to do, you wash, clean your seat. Now, when you pee, you sit down, where's your penis? You gotta wash that off too. Right around that place, you gotta teach it, wash it, you gotta look down. Wash that off. I'm telling you, it's stuff y'all gotta learn how, I'm telling a lot of folks, y'all learn how to clean. Clean the toilet, these women. Clean down the side around that toilet too, around that back, around them screws. They'll just tell you that you gotta learn how to clean. We'll get it. I know we'll work on that. I try to help y'all out. It's just stuff you need to know how to do. Last time I know how to do. My mama taught me how to do a lot of stuff. She taught me, she cuss you out and let you know. And she'd call my sister nasty heifer so much, they just got it. My sister keep a real clean house though. She do. My mama calling you a nasty heifer. So I heard nasty heifer all the time. So you learn how to give me how to do stuff. You had to learn how to do stuff. Like I teach how to do stuff. That's how we're gonna know. We gotta stop assuming people know. Then you call people dumb and ignorant, but people dumb and ignorant because nobody told us. It's different when a person know and don't do versus our people ain't never been told. As simple as it might seem, you'd be surprised what a difference it makes, because a lot of that goes with you taking pride in yourself. A lot of stuff, if you don't, it's hard to take pride. My pants down, my drawers out, and my drawers dirty. My pants too tight, my shoes ain't tied, my shirt too little. I'm walking around with my hand down my pants like this. And I want to be a doctor or an attorney. I want to get married and have kids and raise a family and be productive and live in a really nice neighborhood. My dressing and what I describe says that. I'm just trying to do what I got to do, even if it's killing you. See, if we don't change the whole ideology of how people think and how they dress and how they program, that's why we're being killed by our own people. Everything that we criticize white people for done turn around on us. Old people telling me, man, I bet I can do something with my kid. You can't say that now. You can't say that now. That's your mouth talking. Years ago, somebody black said, I can do something with mine. I don't care how old it is. You can't do nothing with yours in the 3rd grade. We're done. Because we drifted away from the culture we drifted away from the manner of how things are done. Men don't even want the same thing. Men don't even want the same. And not having a father that makes a difference, because now you don't even shoot for looking at somebody to mimic. It's things that they need to learn how to mimic. A man needs to know how to mimic. A boy got to mimic. It's the same thing with a woman. She needs to know how to mimic. Hello? They don't even, that's not it. Mama tell her, I don't want you to stuck behind no stove. And mothers give bad advice to daughters. I don't want to be getting no man gonna have you in no house and stuck all the time and you can't do nothing and you don't go to college and that's why I messed up with your dad. How you messed up, heifer? That's success. You got a husband, you got a family. That's a failure now. I ain't get to use my college degree. I went to school and my mom and them scuffed me to go. I would hope they would rear you up to be a wife and a mother. The college is extra, but being a wife and a mother is more superior over some woman in the workforce and has nothing. Her home is dilapidated. We in bad shape. We're in bad shape. And our women out here scuffling, and they ain't got nowhere. That's the thing. They ain't got nowhere. Where do you go? I said, where you at now? What you doing? All over the place. Because that's not how it was intended. Unfortunately, our men are piss poor. They'll walk off, and they'll leave because there's nothing there to teach them. You're a man. You stay there. That's your family. You stay there. You take care. You make sure your home and run. You're there to regulate. They'll run off for another woman. They'll fail. They'll quit. Men quitters now. They quit, and they probably stem from what they've seen before, from father. They'll quit on you more than anything. I won't blame a woman now if they ain't want to get married to a black man. They'll quit on you. They don't quit. They're going to find an excuse to run out, to try to get out and make excuses versus you need to make every excuse of why you need to be in there. Ain't that could be better than home than a man. They'll make every excuse to try to get away from his responsibility. They're going to use their past for every failure, every bad decision, everything. You can't use it all your life. The same way Yahusha came back and told her, he said about, what mean you keep saying in Marshall A? How the father eat a sour grape and the children's teeth are set on it. He said, why you look like that? See, my daddy. He said, no, you can't keep using that. You can't keep using my dad and my mama. You can't keep using that. At some point, he said, you're going to stand up. You got to be responsible for what you do, your decisions. We got to talk with our kids and teach them that. Sit down and show them some stuff. Teach them, set some money down and teach them how to make a decision. This is your money. Sit down and let them make a decision. This decision costs you, and take it from them. Don't get it back. This ain't no gamekeeping. They be like, man, I just lost my money like that in front of decisions you make. In real life, how many people come and give y'all money behind decisions you done made bad? Like, how many of y'all lost money behind bad decisions? How many times they come and give you bad money and say, because there was a lesson to teach you a lesson. So get what you teach them. Put your money down. This is a decision you make. Take it. Listen, they got to process that. I had money. I lost my money from a bad decision. So now as they get older, somebody come on, hey, just hey, come and think about it. I could lose my money behind that. I remember, I'd rather just hold on. I'd rather hold off. How we learned? After we effed up, how much money? After we lost, how much? How they gonna learn then? Let me guess. Let them do like we did. Experience the best teacher. Some of our losses, some of us almost killed ourselves over them. Some of our losses almost cost us everything we had. If we don't start now, we're going to wait till it's too late to teach them. Some lessons you can't wait too late to teach. You got to learn early. So you start processing, you start thinking about things. Let me think about it before I do it. Because I'm thinking about when I lost money from decisions I made. Got to start teaching decisions. Let me just show you how quick decision puts you in a situation. Got to run through some scenarios so they see. And they got to be scenarios they go through. You really lost this. Not no, let me tell you what ain't going to turn. Hypothetically, I teach you a lesson. I just took $100 from you as a little kid. How that would have hurt you as a little kid? You lost $100. How that hurt you? Okay, he ain't going to give it back to you. He ain't learned nothing. You know what he learned? Somebody come back and give it to me. They'll feel sorry for me and give it back to me. No, they won't. And I ain't either. The best lesson I'm going to teach you, I'm going to take it from you, you ain't getting it back. So when you start to deal with people, you're going to realize that people ain't going to give you back your decision. That's how money get made. You know how money get made? Somebody lost or somebody spends it. Somebody spends it either wisely or foolishly, money made. Somebody buys something because it was a good decision. Somebody made money. Somebody buys something was a stupid decision. Somebody made money. Somebody lost some money. Somebody found some money. That's how money being made. So it's being traded every day, whether a person made a good decision or a bad decision. So the more we can educate them on making better decisions, the better off they end. To make sure that you're making money and other people losing it. When you're spending money, you're making good decisions. So I made money off of you, but I made a good decision. Make sense? That's how we got the program. Now, y'all young, you ain't going to appreciate it. Y'all wait till the old man die. Y'all to go back and I was listening. I come out of grade, slap, piss out, and I go back and get my rest. Use your heads now. I'm telling y'all, start teaching them. Make them put their money down. Teach them. Take their money. This how I'm going to teach them. Bad decision. This how you'll learn. And then when they lose it, let them make a decision. Well, this is a good decision or a bad decision? I ain't got my money. Which one is it? Good decision? Must have been a bad decision. Must have been. Is it a good decision? Bad? Bad decision because I lost. Next time you'll start being a thinker. Process. You know how long it took me to get to where I'm at mentally? You know what I'm saying? To mature and really catch on things. I can't afford for these kids the way they get in their 40s and 50s. We can't afford it. And you know what? What's bad about the so-called Negro race? We're big on letting our kids lose, and we won't take the time to sound and tell them, you can't afford to make irrational decisions. You have to always have a countermeasure. All these things they got to learn. What was your countermeasure you lost there? I didn't have one. This is bad then. Because now you got responsibility. Take their money. I'm just telling them they got money. Let's do this. This is what we'll do. How many parents on board with me? All right, this is what we'll do. We will create for them a structure. Those at home, I need y'all to pay attention. So what we're going to do, they're going to pay mortgage. They're going to pay for groceries. They're going to pay for lights. They're going to pay for phone. They're going to pay for gas. Y'all got me? We're going to create this for them. Even with that, I want to create it. What we're going to do, we ain't putting it heavy on them, but we're going to teach them, okay? How we're going to teach them, they're going to make these bills every month. We're not putting that drastically, but we're going to teach them. Now, this is what we got to come up with. I ain't got light bill money. I'll give you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I'm cutting your lights off in your room. This seems drastic. Let me tell you what the purpose of this is going to be. Now when they get money, guess they're going to really go to the store. I can't go to the store, I got $5, spend $5 in the store. Can I? Why?
Got bills to pay.
Like what? What bill? Light bill. Mortgage. Gas. Water. So now when I go in the store to buy candy, we're going to educate them now. How much of this can I spend and still, don't we have to budget like that? How are we going to teach them? So now you got these responsibilities every month. So when you get your money, where's a line, however, now they got to process, this is how much you paying every month. Now when you run out of this, we're not going to put them straight, but we're going to teach them. Now we'll do something different with you. Instead of in your room, we'll bring you out here and let you sleep in the living room. Because in real life, when you can't pay your mortgage, what happens? They let you stay in your house. No, they say this is a game. Well, let's take you from here, and we're going to teach you how to reestablish yourself. Because in real life, this is something that will very well happen to a lot. You know how many of us have lost our homes and we had to recover. We're going to teach them that. Let's do this. Let's wait till real life happens and they get put out and they don't know how to do it. How about that?
Too late.
Why not? Let's let them learn that way. We don't want to put all that pressure on our kids. After all, they black. They entitled to stuff. Every month you make bills. They smart as a dime. Let's go make bills. We're going to teach them. If we teach them now, guess what happens when they get it? I'm finna get a house. I'm finna buy this house. This house costs me X amount of dollars a month. I got to pay for the taxes, all this including the mortgage. I got lights. I got to pay for this. The bank cutting the grass. So now we're going to teach them how to budget. Look at it. Is this really the best deal for me? Is this really a good deal for me? Based off of what I make, can I afford this? Guess what we do? Pray. Everybody knows what you do. You buy over and you pray. We're going to teach them. We're in a situation where we have to struggle to start to put. If we can set the next generation to be smarter than us, how many of us struggle to get to where we at? Struggle to get. Let's do this. Let's let them do the same thing. And where does the race go?
Backwards.
So how about now? While they small, they get allowance. Let's do this. This your stuff right here. Now, take it for a joke. That's fine. I'm going to do the same way they do. I'm going to give you a letter. Disconnect it. All your lights for your room, everything here will be cut off. Because I'm going to do you just like this is real life. You're going to learn real life. They cut you off. They give you some time. I'm going to give you some time. What I need to do, you got some stuff you need to sell? Because they got to start teaching them. Things are good. I buy things for a certain reason. I buy them because I like it. I buy them because I can resell them. That's just bottom line. Because somehow I got to get rid of it. I don't need nothing I buy. Don't say here, it ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing to me either. So we got to teach them. Now, you might say, that's harsh. That's cruel. You got them selling the stuff. Why are they selling it? Because I'm trying to teach them now. How to buy, when to start putting it. Because now you need to start setting aside. We won't teach them. How much mortgage do you need to have? If I charge you $1 a month, you need to start, if all you got is $1, you're not even thinking rationally. Because what happens after you pay that money? So we need to start teaching them to get ahead. So now when they walk out of here, they already got life-saving skills. Life-saving skills. Now, I made the mortgage this month. 30 more days, what you got? I mean, you know what? Let's do the nigga way. Cross that bridge when to get there. I don't know what the Lord might do. I don't live my life like that. I don't play and I don't want these kids to grow up playing these retarded games. Let's teach them life skills. How many of y'all on board with this? How many of y'all, I'm trying to hurt the kids, take from the kids. We want to teach them what we have to do. What will we do to keep our house? I'll sell everything I got. We're going to teach them. How important is it for you to have a bed, have a roof over your head? Take something you got and sell it. They might think it's cool, but we're teaching them life skills. How many, you know, raise your hand, had to go to tighter pawn shop to get rid of stuff, to get loans, to get stuff. Why you do it? Because you want to play? Because I have to make bills. We're going to teach them. So when you start making decisions, they're all based upon the conglomerate of what all I have to pay. Hey, how about getting this? No, that's not going to work because of the debt load I got. Then we want to teach them how to start saving. Make enough where you can pay your debt and you can also put something up for yourself. We got to teach them this. If we don't teach them, where are they going to learn that? The school system, it's not the school responsibility. The schools are just the basics. Life skills, decision making should come from the home. Now we mad because transsexuals want to come and read our kids? Because we're not taking aggression or taking the initiative to look at life skills come from us. Listen, teacher, I can't listen. In life, is it unpractical to believe there are no homosexuals in the world? Even if we get them out of school, you'll never see them again?
You're going to see them.
Wow, seriously? Where am I going to see them at?
Everywhere.
At the red light, at the restaurant. They're going to be business owners. They're going to be supervisors. They're going to be business owners. They're going to be co-workers. So I got to teach you how to still manage.
That's right.
You can't run every sissy off every transsexual. So we got to teach them how to manage.
That's right.
What you see in school, this is life.
That's right.
These are decisions people make. I'm going to teach you how to make decisions. If you get them out of school, you can't keep them off the job. Can you? Can you keep them off the street? So what are we going to do? Pray. Pray. No, we're going to pray. Let the Lord work it out. We got to teach them how to navigate. That's the bottom line. I'm sorry here y'all time up like this with this nonsense stuff I'm just making up. You kids, please accept my apology for trying to sit here and run your lives as young people, because you have the right to enjoy yourself. Once you get out here and you become adult, that's when real life starts. So right now, you have the luxury to be able to play games and keep going and have no responsibility. Do like the rest of us are here. Learn when you get grown. You'll appreciate it better then. See, you're the only reason, nobody making provisions for you. You know what the people that all these folk piss with, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, and Hondurans are doing right now? They're coming to America. Their parents are sacrificing their safety, their life, everything they have to bring them to a country that will allow them to have a better opportunity, not for them alone, but for their children. A chance to grow and prosper. You know what the so-called Negro parents are doing? They have you in a hole. This place is beneficial to every other race but you. When those people get here, those people will get checks, they will get assistance, they will get medical care, they will get driver license, these people will get cars, they'll get low income housing, they'll get employment, they'll get all kinds, and they can sue people. Come straight over here. There's no country I can go to, get off, and they fly me to another region of the country and I can legally sue you. Right. Only here. Can y'all imagine? They suing the governor of Florida because he flew them to Delaware. You're a Mexican, you just got here. How you know what Delaware is? How do you know you can sue me? They said because, guess why they suing them? They were lied to about where they were going. Talking about like me, about being an indentured servant. Where my lawsuit at? To insult you? So when you look at all of the mitigating factors that's working around, can we afford to continue to be this stupid? Can we afford to continue to let our children sit in their detriment? We got to educate them. We got to show them a different system. We got to teach them. Yeah, that hurts you, but I don't want to take from, not take it from you. Teach. This is life. Light bill people, do they cry when they take your money, Georgia Power? Snap and show. How about water? Rockdale Water, Atlanta Water, Atlanta Gas and Light. These folks don't have this in their business. You want gas, don't you? You ain't got to have it. You can cut it off. I cut it off for you. You don't pay. Everybody, all these are choices. They look at, listen, they don't feel like these are like things you need, because if it was, I wouldn't charge you for it. They feel like these are luxuries. You don't have to have gas. You don't have to have lights to live. People were living before we had gas money. People were living before we had electricity, right? So you'll live without it too. So now, in order for our kids to become functional in this system, we got to educate them a certain type of way. Y'all got it? We got to get them back to discipline. Learn how to say yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. All these things I teach them, these are going to be door openers for them. Hand me some. Hypothetically, she isn't done. Hand me some. And she ordered me. Huh? What? Oh. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ma'am. If I ain't understood you, ma'am. Let's do something else. I don't want to upset the kids. They ain't gonna make it far. A lot of kids, I ain't talking about kids, they're not making it because they don't know the key. That key of respect. All these things they need to learn how to do and how to dress themselves, how to do certain things. It's gonna carry them it's gonna carry. People put up with you even if you dumb, you respectful. They'll put up with you longer. Anybody gonna put up with your, I don't care how smart you are, nobody put up with your disrespect. Nobody put up with your disrespect. People ain't got time. People look at you, ain't my kid, I'll kill you. People ain't putting up no disrespect. You got to teach them that. Make sure you teach them all the time. Say, mind your manners. They don't use words like that. Mind your manners. Y'all need to tell you that. Mind your manners. Teach them stuff. Excuse me. They need that. Please. Give me some. Take this, bend it up, and shove it in their behind. That stuff we just got to teach them better. If we want to be successful adults, we even want to be productive adults, even want to make it to adulthood. It's just a thing we got to start educating them on. And then when they get there, you want to go as a parent and know when it is your time to go, that you've done your job to educate your kid and leave another race, another generation here that can continue on versus I did a piss poor job. All I can do now is pray on my deathbed, and it's too late. It's nothing I can put in them at the last minute. These are things we have to constantly keep imputing in our kids as they come along. It might seem like it's a battle, but kids have a way sometimes as they get older going back and resourcing. I remember that what they told me. Now it makes sense. So it might seem as though when you tell them things they've forgotten, although you go back over and over redundantly, but you'd be surprised how much as they get older, you'll see they'll retain. But you give them nothing, there's nothing for them to go back to retain. All right, we're trying to move forward. I hear y'all long enough with that. They get ready to sound a Kato Sarah. All right, we'll try to move on. Okay, I miss. How many of y'all kids trying to get y'all money up to learn how to draw? Okay. That's good. Y'all doing good. Save your money up. How much y'all got so far? Anybody got a number? How much you think? How much is it worth to you? Let me teach you how to draw like that. How much? I'm talking about draw without looking. That's expensive talent. How much you think they're worth? $100. You're getting close. How much, Courtney? How much you think they're worth? $1 million? I like that. So that's what we want, $1 million. I'm gonna teach y'all. How much y'all think? How much y'all feel like they're worth? 2,500. 25. You way too cheap. How much y'all think it worth? $150. Ain't bad. Somewhat rounding now. Let's try that. Y'all bring $1 million, $150, $100, and I try to work with you. Now don't expect to get as good as I am in one drawing. It's gonna take time, okay? How many of y'all wanna learn how to draw without looking at the subject? All right, that's gonna be another 100. So bring that, I'm gonna teach y'all how to do that too, okay? How much? If you have to, talk to your parent about a loan. Just tell them you don't need nowhere to stay, you don't need no lights. It's all about what it's worth to you, isn't that right? All right, we're gonna get ready to look at this right here. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. This is the word program, correct? For those that's at home, follow along. You got your King James perversion, whatever. You can go and you can look it up so you can follow along with us. Again, if first time listeners, I don't know. This side right here is the Dewey Rim. This is the Greek. You don't see it now because typically the Greek would be used for the old, what they would call the Old Testament. I call it first Berith, which is the first covenant. This is the King James perversion. Ain't that right? Some are King Elizabeth family members. They're responsible. All right, let's go. Romans 15 and 4, listen.
For whatever Nikata before.
For whatever was written, for what things soever were written.
Before Nikata for our Lamed.
It was only written to teach us, to show us, and to instruct us. For what reason?
That we through endurance.
Going through without giving way.
And Nakum.
And comfort.
Of the Ketubim.
Of the writings.
Might have tikva.
That we might have tikva. Let's look at something, because we've been talking lately for every reason he put on me and come to mind today. Still Romans. We'll look at Romans. Hit the 5th chapter. We'll decide the verse. We'll probably drop down to verse, I don't know, maybe 8. Maybe 6 or 8, let's see. But the thing that I want to make sure that we work on securing, just like we're trying to teach our young people about their identity, their history, and life skills, these are some skills that we need to make sure that we affirm for ourselves. Knowing who we are, knowing what our purpose is, what was the ideal that Yahuwah had intent or intended for man. Let me see. Okay, let's look at that. So since I said that, let's look at something. We'll come back here. Let's look at Yahuwah. This old saying 3 and 16. Yahuwah. They call it John 3:16. We'll see why this is important based off of what we learned about ourselves, who we are. Ish. Who remember what the definition was for Ish? I got Whitey back there. I got Papa Son. I got Love. Who we going with? The hall, I guess the Kingdom Hall done came down. Who we going with? So going to the hall? Ain't nobody in the hall. Uh-oh, we got Ernie, the dancer. All right, y'all, we got, hold on. We got Buck up here. Somebody done bucked up here. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Buck? You got an answer for me? What did you remember? Huh? A man, yeah. We got Ian up here. Ian, you remember something? What you remember? A champion. What's going on in the home? Now that was the first thing the social worker want to know. What's going on in the home? No, Mr. Man is a champion. Hold on. I got my young people. What you think? Mikael, you got an answer? Hold on. How you feel about your answer? Why your twins saying don't do it? Cause you the twins, that mean y'all half and that. Y'all two split an egg. Somebody knows something. What you think about this answer before you give it? That type. One half is like, I don't know about this one. Is he out there? He out there? All right, let's see. Let's go, Mikael. What? I can't hear what? What is that? A man is an individual person. I agree. What else we got? Oh, we got Ernie. We're going with Ernie. All right, Ernie, let's go. Who? A buyer? Try to just keep dancing. Keep dancing. That's all. Don't stop till you get it. No, Michael Jackson told you. Michael Jackson. What you got right now, though? Supposed to survive. That's true. Remember, y'all, the original tent when he made Ish, remember, was him to dwell, which made sense. Why? Hands. Wow. Good answer. How about because he put him in the gun? Where was he supposed to do? He was supposed to stay there. That way he put him down. It's Chris. Somewhere you throw your voice, it sounds like it came from over him. Yeah, but think about it. Remember, man's original intent, the word Ish means dwell or to survive. Now, all of that makes sense because he put man in the gun. So man was supposed to do what? Dwell. Then he gave man his diet, which came along with the Torah. So all his survival was built on where he dwelt and what he ate, or what he gave the law. Y'all got it? Putting him somewhere and giving him statutes and judgment, the law, that was man's life. Think about it. That's how man died, because of Qatar. So man's survival was based upon him obeying the Torah. Y'all got it? And he intended for man to dwell, okay? Let's look at what happened. Listen. 3 and 6 of Yahuwah, they call it John, which means that Yahuwah is gracious. Listen.
Or Elohim, so Ahab the alarm.
So, and do what?
That he gave his only begotten being.
Yeah.
That whosoever among in him
do what?
Should not perish,
but
have Alam Kai.
And that makes sense, doesn't it? What did this reaffirm for us? Good answer. All right, what we got, Papa Son? Well, it reaffirmed us his intent that he wanted man to survive. Yeah, it reaffirms it. The fact that he told us that our heart man so much, because we look at the world, we're not talking about the planet, but we're talking about the dwellers in it, as to give his only begotten being, that whosoever among in him may not perish, but may have kai, alam, have life everlasting. It reaffirms the commitment. Yes, sir. He ran that red. I tried to stop him. That's your pastor. So you didn't hear me when I said that? For real, hit it. Y'all forget, he just got him. He said he put man in the garden and gave man everything he needed to survive. You weren't here when I did that? Ray, did you hear it? Did it sound like an echo? Amen, we're going. All right, we're thanking. Thank you, Bishop, Apostle, and friends. We're going to start asking members, if y'all come, leave your pastors at home. How many pastors we got? No, it's all right. But, yeah, but that's true. But it reaffirmed that he wanted man to dwell somewhere. It reaffirmed the commitment of your survival. Because let's just be honest. When you read the Torah, the law, direction, instruction, all you find is really man being depleted. That's true. 24,000 killed one time. That does not sound like survival. People getting bitten by poisonous Nakash snake and dying. That does not sound like survival. The rocks opening up and swallowing thousands of people. That does not sound like survival. That sounds like destruction, the end of Ish. But now he's coming back to reconfirm his commitment, and he reconfirmed it through the Ben. That all of him did Allah, he did ahab the alarm, the people in it. That he gave his only begotten, that whosoever that would amon on him, that he was not intended for them to perish, but they should have a long ka'i. And that goes along with us being the Ish, above the individual name titles. Like we are Chris, Leon, Tony, Daniel. These are individual name titles, but Ish covers us. He intended for Ish to survive. Y'all got it? For Ish, because out of every one of these Goyim, all these Goyim, these destinations, when we look at Yasharal and Yehuda is comprised of other Goyim. What happens, just like when a woman gets married, then she leaves that family name identity because now she becomes joined to another. And that's the same thing happening. When you join to Yasharal and Yehuda, that other stuff don't count for nothing. It don't count for nothing. It really don't. It don't count for nothing. That outranks and that overrides. You know what I'm saying? Simply because now you taking on a connection, you joined to something else. Y'all got it? So I'm appreciative in the fact that we know that he did a harvest when we felt like he didn't. And the purpose of saying he did is that he gave something. So let me ask you something. How many of y'all are harp Yahuwah? Okay, what you gave? That's what I thought. See, we don't have anything equivalent. I don't think he asked up for it. Well, how about you just present your body? Yeah, that's right. Let's just present your body. A zabat, a slaughter. And that be used. It's not just sacrifice, it's also a slaughter. Because typically when they took it, they also slaughtered them. Okay? He wants you to present your body to be slaughtered. Y'all hear? And he said, why you living? Not when I die, I leave my eyes to Uncle Sam. I leave my toes to Auntie Mary. No. I want you to do everything now. I want you to present it to me now while it's yet alive. And I want to be Kodash. I want you to separate it. Because that's typically, we learn that from what reason? Hands. Where we learn that from? Huh? Repeat the question. He said that you present your bodies a kai zabat, living sacrifice, kudash. Well, I got a bishop back here. Do a bishop? I don't know if y'all rank no white man. That's a good question. Do you think you're out on a white man? That's the first sign of humbling. I finally see you growing. He said, yeah, I'm better than a white man. You way off. You was a coon darky. Oh, I got Papa's son. Oh, hold on, Jared. Hold on, Marshall Lee, Jared in there? I had a bishop out there first now. Hold on, I got Ian in here. Let's see what Ian got. Ian, what you got? A champion? What you gonna say? I'm just checking. What you got? Yahusha? Repeat the answer. Repeat one. Hold on. What you got back there, Bishop? Yasakat for what? When he said Yahusha, I forgot the question. You repeat the question, and I'll answer it. How about that? You repeat the question, and I'll answer it. He said, well, Abraham offered up Yasakat. And what were we using that for? No, I wouldn't use that. The reason why I wouldn't use that, because he wouldn't have been a living sacrifice. He actually told him to go up to slaughter him. So that's the only reason I went, although he didn't die, Remember what the intent was. The intent was not to. Now, what you could use, you're going to use a child, you could use Shamshun for a start, because he would have been one, because they were told that no razor was to come upon his head. He wasn't supposed to drink anything. But we're talking about being Badal. So now what we would have used, okay, what you got, Papa Son?
I was going to say that do as well, should that not be accepted?
Said, now do as well, shall I not be accepted? No, we will not use that. And he was talking to Cain, who they call Cain. What I would have used is when you would have learned, first of all, in the 12th chapter of the book of Allah Shemut, they call Exodus, when they had to sacrifice Zabak, they were supposed to separate it. They had to separate. That was going to be a good answer. You were supposed to separate it before you killed it. You just didn't become a sacrifice. It was supposed to be separated. See, why that makes sense for y'all. Remember when the Talmudim was asleep, Yahusha separated himself from them. Because that's typically what you did. You separate yourself away from them. Anytime you take, people don't realize in the country, you remember when y'all took animals, they were going to slaughter you, you separate them from them. You took it, and guess what we were going to do? We were getting ready to eat their body. So it made sense he withdrew himself from them. See, these are things we missed. Because anything you were going to eat, you didn't feed it the same thing. You clean it, you had to clean it, you gave it corn, because you want to flesh it out, because you're set aside for a purpose. Even the animal would notice something. You come inside, sir, they'll know when you come to the cat, they will start real. They know, he come to get one of them, they already know what's happening. They getting ready to pull one of us aside. They getting ready to take one of us for the slaughter. That's the intent. So now we look at, he said, I want you to present yourself a kai zabak, a living sacrifice. But he made sure he told, I want you to be kodash, which means now you got to separate from things. Y'all got it. Typically, you won't cage them together. You won't put them in the same place, feed them the same. You separate them. You don't feed them the same thing. When Yahusha sat down there, he told her, he said, I desire to eat it with you, but I won't. Because he looked at, I'm getting ready to give my body to be food. So now I gotta eat something different. He told her, he said, my meat is to do the will of my Father. They tried to figure out somebody bought him something. They're like, I know. He said, that's my food. See, feed me with something different. But see, if you don't understand those things are how, like these are cultures we lost. Like I grew up in the country, summertime, stayed down. So when I was younger, my mother would send us down up here, I had to work. So there are things you kind of pick up that you kind of learn and you watch, but we don't do any of that stuff now. The way things were done down there, the way we did it, it makes sense because that's a culture of how you do things. You separate it. You don't feed that the same thing, what you getting ready to do when you look at the sacrifice. He told them that ready to die. He told them, I feed them, go ahead, that's ready to die. He said, let it die. He was like, let it die. But it's a different culture when you're looking at something you're trying to set aside, that you're looking at you for a particular purpose. And that's the same thing we have to learn. He's trying to use it for a particular purpose. So you have to understand your diet is going to be different. I ain't talking about just the eating of your diet. I'm talking about the behavior of your diet, because he's using you for a particular purpose. Y'all got it? So these are the things we have to look at. Like you talking about something you getting ready to consume and take in, like the word. He told us the word was kodash. Yeah, because you got to eat it. You got to ingest it. So I got to separate it from anything else. Y'all got it. All these things were beneficial. So when he told about becoming a zabak, don't just think sacrifice. You're talking about to a slaughter. There were people in the 6th chapter of the book of Kazun, they call Revelation. He said these people were beheaded. They were slaughtered. He said they were slaughtered for the debar, for the word. But they understood that because of how things were done. Y'all got it. It's for his purpose. They tell you, well, hold meat for the master's use. We're looking at the person who's designated for a purpose. Like he told Yahusha to go down to the potter house and watch him work on the wheel. And he saw him marred, and he put it back together. He said, don't I have power to do this? To my liking. So we started to understand, like Yahusha did, he went to the potter's house, that we're basically the clay in the potter's hand. That he designates all of our structures, our idea of how he wants things to pretty much things to happen to us and for us. And we have to learn how to be the willing participant to be able to be accepted. That's one thing we don't learn how to do, learn how to accept the will of Elohim. That's something I want to be better about. I want to grow to that point, learn how to accept. But you don't just get that through sitting down education. You get that through life skill education. Because the situation you only in it because he allow it. And when he get ready, he'll change it. Sometimes he'll leave it on us until, you know what I'm saying? But we learn how to accept because he's looking at the show. Listen, he can't possibly come in here and condemn all these people to Sheol if we looking for him to do when his own people hadn't done. It's gonna be hard. This is my daughter hypothermia, and she get up, she walk all over the pew, she pull a pep out, piss in the middle of the floor, she kick a door. Then one kid jump up, I said, you know what? You need to start whooping this behind, cause that boy that you don't like, you can handle him. I be saying, hold on for a minute. That dumb boy, girl, run all across this pew, piss in the middle of the floor. That's the same thing Yahuwah looking at. He said, so I got to get mine straight first. You want to know what he waiting on? He got to get his straight first. It's going to look real bad to come here and see these folks to show his kids out of order. Folks are going to be looking at him. That's tight. So the other kids go to Sheol. What about yours? So he got to start. That's why Mashpat got to start with us. Makes sense. That's what he's doing. He cleaned up his own house first. He got intent while he done waited on it. He got to clean up his own house first. That's what he'll be ready to set Mashpat down. So that's how he's doing. He just giving a little time. Ain't but so many folk he gonna take in. I don't know what these people thinking. He gonna keep taking these people in. It took the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. He going done. That's it. He closing the door on these people. That's why I told a lot of these folks, I ain't no use these folks trying to live for no salvation. A lot of these folks, I wouldn't waste my time. A lot of these folks, man, you need to go get you a good old cocaine pipe through some amphetamine in it. These folks ain't going nowhere. I'm just being honest. The man closing the door on these people. Y'all see it winding up. Then man, listen. So we done learn what Elohim did, what his purpose was, not willing that he should perish, but he should have life everlasting alone. Let's see what he did. Listen.
For Elohim shalak not his being into the Olam to condemn the Olam, but that the Olam through him might be Yeshua.
Well, when they say condemn, they look at that because we look at when he come through, because he did make some judgment calls when he came down. But you understand, when he came down, he didn't get a final verdict. Final verdict ain't in. When he came, and which makes sense, based upon when they asked, just the fact they brought it and said he didn't send him to condemn the world. What situation could we use, hands, that would seem similar to this? What answer this? What, you got some, Bishop? You thinking? You think you got it? Uh-oh. Hold on, I got a skilled scribe, I got a papa sign, and I got a crisscross. And that'll make you jump. Now, ho, we got a haul. The haul is risen. Look at, he done start walking. He like, hey, they ain't looking at it. They ain't nodded you, hump. I'm sorry, hump. I meant to nod. We slipping. What we doing with this one? Are we going to Bishop? We got hall. They saying go to the hall. Sorry, Chris. Who else you got out there? Who hand in? Oh, John hand up. You got an answer? You got the right answer? The nigga said. See, look at this. You ready? All right, well, we got, what y'all think? Let's see what John got out here. What you got, John? Do what happened? The lady caught in the act of adultery. What y'all think on that one? I said, no. Who we got? I know. Now, what he's using that for, how many of y'all can feel why he gave that answer? Okay, the reason why he gave that answer, remember we said because he didn't send his son into the world to condemn it. So he's using to show the fact he didn't condemn him. But we got a proper son. Who else we got? We had a hub. Y'all late. We got two men. We got a skilled scribe and a bishop left. And a hump. Where we going with that? No, it's not the answer we wanted. I understand the answer though. He said if it ain't right, it's wrong. So what about your answer when they be wrong? You said that just ain't the one preacher wanted. It ain't wrong. And that he said, yeah, that's how I want to know that different. Who we got on this one? Bishop, a skilled, look, this man skilled scribe thinking. You had that answer too? You had that answer? Let's see what the answers is with him. Come on, Bishop, what you got? Yeah, no, that ain't what I want either, but that's fine. But I like that answer now, because that even more show reason why I said what I'm going to say. Go ahead. Sodom and Gomorrah. You might have one. What you might have if I get skilled scribe? Well, he was on the two. He said forgive them, they know not what they do. What you got, skilled scribe? Who? Una. Why you use that is a whole no. He didn't condemn them, he came in. He was going to condemn them, but he changed his mind by overthrowing because they repented. So that's a difference. He knew they were going to repent. So you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. I'm trying to fix it, but you're going to keep going. It ain't getting no better, though, but that's fine. No, but we're going to go ahead. Sodom and Gomorrah, what I wanted. And the reason why I told you it was Sodom and Gomorrah, the only reason why I tell you that, remember when he came to the house, they told that one of them was looking at him like a judge. So now you think about it, that man, they knew that he looked like he was there to condemn them. So now he would come along trying to reaffirm their phone that Elohim did not send his being into the alarm to moshpot it, not to condemn it, but that the alarm may be, by him. See, we had the wrong idea about him. He came. That's why he was a threat. When people see you as a threat, it's hard to see you as help. If I think you coming to do something to me, and that's my whole mindset, you could be actually coming to help. I won't see you like that because I perceive you as a threat. And he was trying to let them know he really wasn't coming to be the threat that you thought he was. Like they said, that guy there, he looking like he trying to judge somebody. And he was just watching, and that's what they saw. And they actually did come down to condemn him. But he wanted to know when Yahusha came, he didn't come to condemn us. But actually that the alarm through him might be saved. Y'all got it. Back to his original intent. My intent is for man to dwell and for man to survive. But see, now, since we missed that for so many years, it's hurt us on our growth with the word. Because think about that for the average of us. You don't hear to raise your hand. The average, you don't feel like you're going to be saved. You know why? Because you feel like you're already condemned. But that's not why he sent them. He sent them that through him that we all might be saved. So we perceived a threat when it wasn't a threat. It was actually help. And because we didn't know, your name alone doesn't say that I want to kill you. Your name doesn't say that. You're Ish, which means I made you to dwell. I made you to survive. And I gave you all of the rights and the rituals and the tool to do it. Because we've been ineffective, we ain't used them properly, that's been our hurt. There's been people, how many people y'all know have, or you've known of situations where people have crashed in a car and died? Being killed, whether it's a relative or somebody y'all know, a friend or somebody. So that make all cars bad. It is. Think about it. Hold on, man. What are you looking at? Okay, so you said no. What, we had probably 2 people that died in the car? 5. 100? How many would y'all say? Can't count. So that's enough right there to say since it's unnumerable, it's no way it's intended for a good use. No, it's just some people have used it improperly. You see what I'm saying? So through that, you see what I'm saying? It's not safe to say then that cars aren't good, right? Stoves, people are blown up from stoves, burned up houses, died, the whole family down. So we should get stoves out of the houses. See, people still want a stove, people still want cars, still want to ride. But when it comes down to Yahuwah, people don't want to go because they already with this intended mindset that Yahuwah is just intent on killing everybody. But he let us know, I don't know how you got that. My intent was for man to dwell. My intent was for man to survive. That's a part of his dwelling. But man had missed the point of understanding his relationship. The relationship we have with Yahuwah is contingent upon you do what I say. We had parents told her that you can't ask your mother, why you want me to, when you ask me to do something, why you yell at me? What you think finna happen to your face? You know what I'm saying? When you speak to me, could you talk to me without yelling or putting your hands on me? What finna happen to the kid? You gonna get repeated blows. You don't think your mom and dad is Chuck Norris. You don't ask these questions. They tell you because I told you. But, they look at, and what we don't realize, they look at the proof of, I let you live here. I take care of you. You don't know because as a kid, how do you process? They think everything given. If you don't understand how they think, you're supposed to, I'm a child. Now you're a child. When it comes out, you need money. When you come down, you want something. You know what I'm saying? You're grown when you want to do something and you want to buck up. So you don't look at it with Yahuwah, it's a purpose. But he explains in detail why. I'm giving you an opportunity to make a choice on your survival or not. Yasharal and Yehuda, the people that moved through that died, were murdered through it, were through them not obeying, not staying consistent. Our death is contingent upon our obedience. Now, because of one man's willingness to go against Elohim, we've been put in a situation where we can't escape that. That's imminent. We can't escape death. It don't matter how good you live, no matter how much tithe you pay, no matter how much time you pray. We can't escape this. This is inevitable. But that's a good thing. Because the good thing to show you that if he'll keep something to that extent, that far back, even to now, will he keep it promised to something that's too? Nobody escaped it yet. If you come in here, you got to die to get out. That's the condition to come in because of one man's disobedience. But you can leave him right. There's a window of opportunity you can leave him right, and that's what we're looking for to escape. Y'all got it? There's a second moot none of us have to taste. Everybody got to taste the first one. You don't have to taste the second one. Y'all know that? You know, when Yahusha was on the two, listen, they had put him in, and when he had tasted it, you know what he did? He was done. You know, he looked at, I ain't got to do that again. That's how he looked at. He ain't tasted something. Let me do it one more time. He only did it one time. Because it's only a point on the sheen. Wouldn't make sense that he'd have kept drinking it. That'd been stupid. He had to do it. He had to taste of death. That cup was poison. He had to do it. And he was not going to do it again. They had to reconfirm to everybody. Everybody got to do it. Everybody got to taste death. You ain't got to do it twice, though. But see, but now he look at his moot actually came in to his dwelling and his survival. Alarm. That's what we got to reach. See, we were thinking he was talking about living here for long, alarm. In this condition state, we couldn't because of the first man. It wasn't possible. It was impossible simply because it was not possible for Adam to stay in that estate and stay in that gun. You can't stay in that estate. You see, he even had to change his clothes. He couldn't stay to the stuff he had on before, all was pertaining to the gun. You can't use that him. You can't use that out there. You got to put on something that everybody else going to wear out there. Y'all got it? That's why we look at dissolving, going back, we got to have something he's already prepared for us. Y'all got it? He's intended for us to survive. You can't survive with it. This wax, this getting gray. If I be cutting the eyebrow, one of them things are gray and kick out their way, I rub that thing, come back that way. I said, I know what to do, get that silver. I be clipping, I look. I said, I'm about to be bald headed. I had some pretty nice black eyebrows. But I'm down about 4 or 5 white ones up in there now. Everything going white, like I said, I don't know the thing falling out or they going bald head. I'm gonna go get some eye surgery around now. Thing happen, you know, they let me know, you leaving. Man, you outlive the color of your hair is just going, it be so, I remember my hair was so black, man, listen, I could have polished shoes with my hair. Time coming, you know what? You start living the black out of it. Now how long we've been around, the black didn't start living, it's the same hair. It's the same hair, it just turned, you know what? The color just started to leave from it. You leaving. That always let them know you deteriorate, you need to see that. But now, guess what we look at, what folks start looking at? If this one dissolved, he said we got another building. We got another place. Y'all got it? And that's got to be my confidence. I think about how long I lived years before in ignorance of not knowing things, and it's scary to think that all these people out here just living it going, just saying, I don't know what's going to happen, man. You just got to just, you know what I'm saying, man? You can't just worry about it. You can't think about it. Eventually, he put you somewhere you got to think about it. Eventually, these people think it's going to be a certain, this man can put you somewhere and halt you and make you later and just think about it, and you can't get back to do nothing. You can't make no reconciliation. You can't get fixed nothing. You just down. This the best time to make right with him now. This the best time to make right with him right now. Every one of us now. Because he got intent for man. He got intent for Eve not to make it if man don't comply. There's no need to keep you around. I want Yahuwah to keep me around. I want him to want me to dwell with him. I know what I say. I want to dwell, I want to see. I don't want you. And I don't want to see you. Why? Because you're not studious about the debate. You're not serious about it. This is not something you want to do. Nobody don't want to be with them. Man, please, my wife tells me, I don't want to be with you no more. Please. That make no sense. I don't want you here either. I'm different. I don't want nobody don't want me. That's right. These folks, I'm here, not them. They ain't got a woman I still with, cause you stupid. I don't want nobody don't want to be with me. That's crazy. I don't want you either. That make this thing even. You know, like Yahuwah say, he said 3 raw hated him. He said, I hated them too. He said, I love me in spite of them. No, sir, I hate them too. Ain't that right? I'm just being honest. So this is something you got to want to do. Everybody here, consider for yourself. What you really control? What you really got? Everything you got alone. We ain't never seen the world in this state. Putin today, they were talking. You know, he told today he about to put 250 more thousand soldiers over there. And then he said, and nuclear ain't off the table. They studied talking, trying to tell. They're like, nuclear bad. They're like, that bad. They're like, we did this. We wrote a treaty. We all agreed on it. Nobody used nuclear. They're like, it's no winner in nuclear. That man said, nuclear on the table. And you know what they can't do? Hit him with no nukes. All these white folks, listen, this the mindset of these people. All these people ain't never Satan. Shadim, number demons. They demons. They'll kill out people. Everyone these world leaders ain't got no, what problem, honestly, with the white race really got with me? They ain't got no problem with me. They got a problem with something else. Everybody these world leaders start this mess. Ain't no Russian got no problem. What Russian citizen got a problem with American citizen? Right. It's a Russian president with a white American president. Right. Every one of these countries. Taiwan people and the Chinese people ain't got no problem with one another. It's the leaders. Right. Like he said, that's who caused the people the error. Right. And all the people led by these folk being destroyed. Ukraine, that man an actor. Why he ain't never getting blowed up? Beard still shaved, he pop. I know where that man living, still in the castle. Him and his wife did a photo shoot, all they done put them on some Time magazine. Y'all ain't seen it. She on her sitting out here on some rubbish with her foot up them pole for magazine. They trying to get that bastard some Nobel Peace Prize. Man, get on somewhere with that junk. All of them ain't nothing but a joke. Who dying? The people dying. All these people from Poland, from U.S., from all these countries, running here risking their life. All these bastards ain't saying I'm making a mess. All of them done to let their criminals out of jail, raping the citizens, killing the citizens. Terrible, just terrible people. That's who suffer, the people. That's who suffer. Then now all of us hate each other. The coming bad, so we hate Ukraine, we hate Russia. The Russian people ain't doing it, it's the leaders. All these bastards need to be jailed up. Jail, every one of them. And you left it to the people. A lot of us ain't got no problem with each other. When you look in these African countries, you look at all these countries, talking about these drug dealers and all these smugglers. Where you smuggling the drugs to? In your own country? Where they smuggling the drugs to? How hard is it to catch them? You own an island, Dave. How does anything leave your island? Plane and on a boat. Yes, sir. It's not hard. That's crazy. These folks sat here and they pushed their door behind and they let the people kill the people. So they show the country, they show the wars in the country. They use wars under cover to move drugs. All these countries do it. This is how you move your drugs during wartime. Because you got military ships come in, you got all these tanks, you got stuff, you move your dope going, people so big, white in the water, they look how much drugs moving. People, let me tell you something. Don't y'all know every one of these countries got drug warlords? So you think all this going on and these people ain't making no money? So I'm in Ukraine, drug law. Where my drugs getting sold? In Ukraine? Through this war, the U.S. and all these other European countries are bringing in weapons. They're bringing in tanks. They're bringing in ships. And these ships going back, and I'm putting my drugs on. Yep. How you think my drugs? The drugs should be almost cut off. We're in a time of what? This is the biggest time to move your drug. Most of y'all don't even know that, do you? Man, these guys done been busted so many times with drugs, it's ridiculous. When they went over to, Panama, the U.S. kept that out of the news too. Them joker had, you know they had paid them soldiers, they duffel bag was full of dope. They ain't let it hit the news either. Them soldiers had duffel bag full of drugs. We went to Panama to know that, full of drugs. They kept it right out the news too. Nobody wanted the U.S. hand behind it. Them boys got paid good, load their duffel bag up full of drugs. They don't keep it in the news. The military don't want their name behind no fools like that. That's internal, you keep it in here. How you know to go talk to some military soldiers and get them to load their duffel bag full of dope? How you make that connection? Now they get caught. Somebody who didn't get a part of it, nigga get on there running mouth too much. I don't get none, I'm telling on everybody. That's how you move it during drugs. These wartime, that's how drugs, don't y'all know the KGB, the Russian mafia, don't y'all know right now with all that going on, they can't move nothing? How y'all think they moving this stuff? Right through Ukraine. You done shut Russia down. You done shut them down a lot of import, a lot of trade. How you think the Russian mafia moving their drugs? You gotta move it through Ukraine during the war. Cause y'all don't think, you ain't supposed to think. You supposed to think the world about saving people. The world ain't about saving people. The world about destroying the people. That's why all of him told you what he did. None of these bad, all this humanitarian stuff, these folks don't care about no humanitarian. Right. And that's the case, why would you make a bomb that blow up and kill and don't never die? Right. You gonna drop a nuclear bomb and it die out. When Chernobyl plant, the nuclear plant, that was in 1986. Do you know you still can't live there today in 2022? You can't live there today. It's still nuclear. It's still dangerous. When that stupid bastard Putin put his soldiers over there at that plant, they got sick. They had to take them back to Russia because they all sick now. That's from a 1986 explosion, from a nuclear plant. What you think happened when he put that nuclear weapon over there? I tell you right now, when he let that one go, it's coming straight back at him. And they're coming at the U.S. Most of y'all didn't know that, do it. China just signed them a deal, too, with Cuba. They're going to start doing major trade, and they're going to be protection for Cuba. Why that's important? That's 90 miles from America. I told you these folks been working. They've been strategically moving on that man. They just signed it. Listen, all of them start a whole new corporate. I think it's the SOC. They just start, oh yeah, they got a whole new organization set up now. Y'all ain't seen them. Y'all need to start watching China news. You can watch it. Y'all need to go and look at it. Y'all got the stick. Go look at it. It's in English. China news. And guess where they based at? Washington, D.C. This is true. Listen, you get to hear everything. You get to watch their whole news, watch everything. You get to watch them live talking. You know what China news they've been talking about over in China? Well, they had a big meeting. I watched them yesterday. You know what they were talking about? How much support China. Been talking about how much support and how much business trade they've been doing. You ain't gonna believe what country. Taiwan. Man, they say bridging the gap between them and Taiwan. That's the same Taiwan we talking about going to defend them. I watched it on their news. They said their relationship and how they've been bonding with Taiwan and what they've been doing. I said, that's tight. That ain't what we hear on the news over here. Listen, they showing how much business they doing with Taiwan. I watch it for myself. Y'all look at it for yourself. They'll tell you what they want you to hear. Listen, the news is trying to tell you what they want you to tell you. Taiwan and China, Taiwan need to carry behind right back over there to China. That's their country. They ain't letting no niggas leave here. I ain't trying to help them get nobody else away. If I can't escape them, I'm telling. Anybody try to escape, I'm telling. One Taiwan I'm calling China. Hey, someone done got over here. You need to come get them. If they don't let me leave, ain't nobody going nowhere. Everybody trapped. But it's just the fact, though, it's just hurtful how we get treated, how things are done, and what they show you. All these people destroyers of people. Not one of these countries no humanitarian, no care about no people. Not from African country, no European country, no South American country. None of these countries care nothing about their people. All these people in it for the money. That's just business. Everybody in it together. They ain't gonna never put no honest man in none of these positions because an honest man ain't gonna make it. Ain't nobody gonna never be in there for the people because they gonna kill them. They not gonna have it. It's about money. Starvation brings money. Listen, the UN Secretary General, I know y'all don't watch it. None of y'all don't watch it. How many of y'all didn't watch it? When they just got through speaking. They right here meeting America. Why would y'all watch it? They got Happy Days on. They got Good Time. Ain't none you gonna watch new. Them the same show we watched in the 60s, 70s. Same show. You can put it on pause, come back and watch it. He told all of them, he's calling for everyone in the country. He told everyone they need to pay up their money. You know what he said they pay up their money for? He said they'll make boatloads of money through this whole thing. He called them out. He said, every one of them needed, he talking about putting fines on post. He said all of them got wealthy from this whole thing. Man, they've been getting paid. These white folk don't rate them boatloads of money. He don't call them out. All he can do is run their mouth. He ain't gonna call them by the name. Right. Everybody putting that seat a flunky. You know who you'll never see on that seat? The U.S., Russia, China, France, England. Everybody you see on that seat sit from a country anybody never heard of. And you know who they control by? The U.S. They don't need the seat. The UN right here. Y'all know how many of y'all didn't know where the headquarters at? The United Nations. That's 170 countries. They all stationed right here. Now you be the judge who run it. That's why China and Russia them pissed they get away from it. You run it, it's in your house. How you gonna run something in my house? It's all out, but I'm gonna keep it in my house. Don't be stupid. How they gonna deny me they in my house? 170 countries meet right here on world decision. What you think? And they don't have no influence in that. People ain't got no brain. All I want to do is try to educate us on, let's get ourselves together. Let's get back to what the intent was. None of these people intend on us to survive. They need people to die. You need world hunger. You know what world hunger bring in? Sex trade, drugs, war. What y'all think gonna happen? How many of my sisters here won't sell their body for sex? How many of y'all want? A lot of me put their hand up. They're like, I'm really worried right now. I just don't know where I answer. I don't know where y'all at. I said, how many? Let me tell that. I mean, what you talking about paying? Not me. Not me. I ain't saying like. I see about 2-3 sisters ready to have everybody like. How the niggas at? But I'm just saying, all the stuff that we saying we won't do, you'll do it if you were starving. That's how you get it done. That's how you get people to give up their kids. In these countries, these people, they say, all these kids ain't being kidnapped, these parents give them away. That's why these Asian countries, they starve these people give you their kids for sex. The Philippines, listen, they don't care about how old. I got one guy we do business with. He know Robin who do our lights. Oh, you remember the white guy who do the lights for us? Okay, that's right. You been opposite. You been asleep. Where your brother at? Yeah. How you look? Upstanding gentleman. How you look? Old white man. He po nasty. Listen, all the Frank Grill gone. He came back seeing me. He said, man, I hate him back over here. He said, man, I've been in the Philippines. He said, man, I got me 2 of them over there. He said, I had to come back with this damn business. Come in here and do. He did. He said, I had somebody here working. He shot out. He about 6. He said he got 2 of them, 22 years old. Listen, he was in the Vietnam. He looked terrible. He was telling about the women. He said, oh, I got 2. He said, man, they love me. The daddy give them to me. Dad, listen, give me all kind of land and marry a daughter. You look, listen, look, he just looked disgusted. Just looked nasty with his clothes on. Wouldn't even want that. I mean, they with their clothes on, he looked disgusting. Listen, that's why y'all think they got, listen, this what y'all don't realize. After Vietnam, a lot of them white boys stayed over there. Listen, they ran through them. Them people were starving. So them people looking at this, when they go to them countries, reason why they get a daughter, I'm talking about a young daughter, 15, they give them the old white, because they know you white. You entitled. You bring them back here, y'all got everything. So they just rip, listen, they go there, they rip through them. That's why they go to these countries. Black folk, we go to the country, we go some, white folk go, they go there, folk know don't touch them white folk, they ain't stupid. They ain't stupid, they know. We want the same, how many white people you saw working in the hotel, cleaning up, man? How many of them serving food? How many worked in the kitchen? But you hear the number. Give me, how many y'all seen? Them nigga jobs. Them folk don't do no stuff like that. All them nigga jobs. Them folk, listen, they don't tell white people go where they want to go. All that stuff we can't go, white folk go they want. Let one of them folk come up missing. Make sure country down. You don't want them embargo. You better find that white person. Listen, America put some more pressure on the little country. Listen, man, we put some in embargo. Won't nobody be in and out here. Shut the whole thing down. You won't get no trade. Man, they dig that whole island up. They find a white woman. She wonder how many white people you seen working there. To me, you were there. How many you seen work there? Y'all seen one, didn't you? Then one of them come bring a drink, some towels. Listen, not one white person working there in a hotel. It'll never happen. They don't do no cab driving. Listen, white folks are praised. Everybody work. They'll tell you who they seen. Who was it? Cab driver. How many white people y'all seen driving no cab? Ooh. Listen, everybody know white people golden. When white people goes on well, they know more about your island than you know. They were there before you were there. I'm telling you, everybody know white people, they know, listen, highly esteemed, protected. You the only people, listen, the vulture eat you up. You ain't got nothing. That's why I try to tell people we need to restore dignity, self-respect. We need some information. That's what makes us better. When you have information, these people can feed you anything. They can do anything because you don't have no history. You don't have no history, you don't have a future. You don't even know you're progressing. We further behind than we were before. Our parents were better off with less education when they were sharecropping than we are today sitting out here, how we doing. Look at him, we don't have no survival skill. First thing we do is blow our brains out. Them folks know how to cook bread and make bread meals. They know how to make grits and take rice. We ain't got no everything with us to kill ourselves. Where'd that come when you were coming along, black people killing themselves? Rare. Man, if a black person came up there and they said, somebody white killed them. We just didn't. We were used, listen, hard time, that made us. We learned how to make it work. We learned how to share. We had nothing. We got everything. I ain't giving you nothing. I got a bag of potato chip like that. You need one potato chip. I ain't got it. People barely had their share. Go by that. Folks, send somebody. Go to Mr. Day in the house. Take that over there for them. Them folks, they don't take that. Take it. One gonna tell you they ain't got no food and they have to check it. Go take that, and that's where they go. That's where they stay. Take that over. Them folks, take it. That's all I need to know. It ain't your business. Go take that over there. Look how we do now. We terrible people. We terrible. We're more educated. We the worst of people. We ain't got no heart. He said because of iniquity gonna abound. He said the love of men on wax cold. We don't care. That's where we at. So on the way to do better, we got to educate ourselves better. We can't just talk about it. We got to start implementing what we know. Just like what they do in school. When they teach it to you, now I need you to put it on paper. I need to see if you know it. Now I need you to use it in a sentence. Y'all got it? We got to start implementing this. What I'm telling y'all to do, we got to start implementing. That's how we make change. You might think it won't. If we can change a few families, and those families become contagious to other, and we make it become like a pandemic, just like a disease, and we start to spread among others, we can break a lot of this cycle. We can break a lot of the cycle, at least with our kids. Then our kids know the other kids going to watch. You different. I watch how you do. People got something to follow. The reason they follow these kids with pants, because there's nobody with identity. Everybody skinny pants, faggoty clothes on. We got to start showing them identity. Teach our boys how to do it. Other kids how to do it. Say, well, so no, I don't do it. Why not? Yeah, boys don't do that. I said, huh? What? Everybody do that. They shouldn't do it. I don't do it. Got to change that. How you think they get a lot of our kids? They what is it? Emasculating our men. We tell you, yeah, they emasculating our men because I mean, come on, what are they looking at? Who they watching? There are no role models. These kids need to see role models. And the people they looking at role models, what? People constantly going to jail. Criminals, thugs. These are what they looking at because that's the closest they got to a man. That's how piss poor the standard is. So anything we want to see different, we got to start doing. These little girls, what's our new idea for the girl? What we going to start doing with the girls? Good answer.
Cook, clean.
Get them to cook. Get in there. Start teaching them how to mix. Get them a bowl. Let them start learning how to stir. Let them make something. I'm just being honest, start letting them say they got to see it now. That's how they going to get it. Our enemy giving us our food. Man, pre-made pancake, all that stuff new. We don't have that stuff. I remember before I had them pre-made waffle back then, but them were rebel you got. Them things, everything there pre-made. My mama said she don't even make biscuit no more. She said, I just buy my biscuit. I go, yeah, I'm talking about you. I buy my, you were coming up, where you were going to buy biscuit from? See, but that trade, we losing the trade. Because now what? Now other folks, other young kids start buying biscuits, Now your enemy makes all your food. You make nothing. We got to start teaching how to make something from scratch and not touching your behind while you're doing it. Because they think, I made it from scratch. Is that right? Y'all see what I'm saying? So we got to educate. Even my young boys, you know what I'm saying? They didn't learn how to cook. They know how to clean. They learn to push the lawn more. Take them outside, teach them how they need to know how to do it. You become a man. You get your yard. You need how to cut your grass. You know how to do that. All that stuff you know how to do. I got to do all my own. I don't have time to do it now. That's it. But I know how anything to do. I know how to do it myself now. I just my time's so busy now. I just ain't got that time to do it like I had it. But a lot of this stuff, they need to learn how to do this stuff while they're young boys. When they grow up to be a man, at least you know how to do. You don't need everything you get somebody to do it for you. Some you need to know how to do. So we got to start teaching. Give them a little screwdriver, take them to get something. Let them take a screw something in. Let's teach them how to use it. Teach them the difference. This is a Phillips head screwdriver. This is a flat head right here, right? So you got to start just teaching the difference. I said, go get me a screwdriver. About to come in with some pliers. And then you get mad with it, but then think about it. Did you ever teach me the difference? Y'all see a lot of stuff, and because we so busy, we forget. But it be some things they need to know how to do. They know about sockets. They know about a ratchet, how it runs. Mother don't know how to lock it, which side lock it, right it, tight it, left it, loose it. Little stuff you teach them so they start learning. Whenever it turns to the right, you tighten it. When you're going left, typically it's going and you loosen it. There are some screws that do go opposite, but you just kind of get them a general idea. So as coming along as kids, they become men, they have an idea about some things. Because when you don't know something, you're at the prey of people telling you everything, and a lot of times you're going to get the wrong information. That's two.